Even install your wiper blades free of charge. See better and drive safer with new wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Here's a message just for the attorneys out there. So you passed the bar, joined a firm, or even built your own. Now are you finding out that you're doing more administration than actual law practice? Lexicon can help. Lexicon is a legal technology provider with over a decade of experience streamlining administrative tasks like timekeeping, billing, and more, so you can focus on maximizing billable hours and increasing client satisfaction. Call 855-4-LEXICON or visit lexiconservices.com/go to learn more.
Oh, that's my piece of the shakaroni. That's the biggest one we make.
They've donated $1 from every shakaroni to the Papa John's Foundation.
Dang, that's huge. If the hoop was as big as that pizza, maybe it'd have made some of your free throws. Somebody save me a slice. Where'd he come from?
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep invites you to come and see their great selection of new cars, trucks, and Jeeps. New inventory is arriving every week in November, and 2022 models come with big rebates and great financing offers. It's the Black Friday sales event going on all month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville.
This just in. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep is selling all new remaining 2022 cars, trucks, and Jeeps at invoice through the end of November. Get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep now and get any new 2022 Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at invoice now through the end of the month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Craftmill in Greenville. Come see us.
All offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates and subject to credit approval for all APR offers. See dealer for details.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late-night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude.
It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And be a part of the show on Facebook Live and YouTube, as we've got opportunities for you to be a part of the show today. You can chime in on what you'd like to talk about. What's your favorite bowl potential destination? How about bowl opponent? We'll touch on that on today's program quite a bit with Jonathan Ellerbe and Willie Smith here in hour number one. Mike Mullis will join us hour two of today's program, and Bryce Williams, former East Carolina tight end, coming up in hour number three. We'll also talk some Pirate hoops during today's program as East Carolina back home tonight against South Carolina State, coming off their first road loss, their first road game and road loss of the year Saturday against Old Dominion. But pretty good start for Mike Schwartz's guys. They are 16-point favorites tonight against winless South Carolina State, who has not played a home game all year. They have just been traveling on the road, taking L's, and we'll see if we can give them another one tonight at 7 o'clock. Shirley Rhodes is here. Intern Peter here with video production. Chandler Honeycutt supervising. And once again, Jonathan Ellerbe is here in studio. Hello, Ellerbe.
What's up, Clipper? Did you say we're playing the Washington Generals tonight? They're just traveling on the road, taking L's? Is that what they're doing?
They do that, similar to the Generals, but this is not a staged event. They're going to try to win tonight against East Carolina.
We're not going to hear the Harlem Globetrotters music.
No buckets of confetti, no shenanigans, just real basketball.
No 4-point shots?
I don't believe so. Yeah, that's going on tonight at 7 o'clock. You going, Ellerbe?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in.
See how easy that is? Just ask a question.
It's a yes or no question, right?
Very simple. Very simple. Some people have hard time with it.
I know.
Some do. Willie Smith joining us. How you doing, Willie?
Doing great, man. Great to be back in here.
Good to see you. You asked me if I had plenty of turkey. Let me ask you, how was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, man, it was awesome. I ate way too much turkey, man. I was stuffed for days.
Did you do 75 hard on Thursday?
Definitely not.
Like 75 pounds of food on Thursday? That's what I meant.
Yeah, 75 pounds, yeah, probably.
How many meals did you eat? Did you go to one big feast, or did you have to go to several feasts?
It was one huge feast at the beginning, took a break, came back for another huge one. Then it was like so much dessert. And, man, it was just at my mom's house all day, man, eating all day. So I probably easily put on 10 pounds. Easily.
I didn't get to ask you last week, what's your favorite Thanksgiving side dish?
Favorite side dish, the stuffy, man. My mom makes a great stuff with turkey mixed in. It's delicious.
Can't beat it.
Yeah. Did anyone else out-eat Willie Smith on Thanksgiving, or were you the number one eater there?
Nah, you'd be surprised, man. We got some people who can eat in my family.
Oh, really?
We be going at it.
So you let people, you weren't trying to get the title. But
I was just enjoying the food, man.
You just went for yourself and then let everybody else take care of the rest.
Right. That's right.
All right, well, now it's time to lose that weight, I guess. And
yeah.
For some, not for me. I'm good. I'm ready for another Thanksgiving meal. We should do it more often.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
I mean, why just one time a year?
Where would you put the second Thanksgiving in the year?
I mean, if you want to split it up, it doesn't feel right if it was a warm weather event, even though it was pretty balmy this Thanksgiving. So
I'll say February, man.
Yeah, I was thinking like end of winter, like March. Like, here you go, Ellerbe. The Thursday of the NCAA tournament.
It would be.
Yeah, and you're watching all those games and eating food all day.
The same.
Perfect.
Same menu? Like, it has to be turkey, ham, stuffing,
Well, I mean, you can go with what you like, but...
Because the 4th of July is kind of like a Thanksgiving. It's more hot dogs, hamburgers,
yeah,
and
but
maybe
you're going to keep
beverages.
that what it is.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But that's not, if you're putting a second Thanksgiving...
Middle of March, NCAA tournament, round 1. So you've got games on all day, just like Thanksgiving.
Right.
And it's still kind of cool outside.
You have the morning to kind of ease through it, and then games start at noon.
Yeah.
Like at Thanksgiving.
I mean, it's set up perfect. All we're missing is the meal.
Yeah.
Try it, folks. Let me know. Let me know how it goes.
Maybe we should start Clipsgiving
Clipsgiving. We'll call it Clipsgiving.
Clipsgiving coming to your way in March. We just got to get a commitment whether it's the same menu we're doing: turkey, ham, dressing.
So Willie, Tony Dunn, who comes on the show, he has Italian heritage. They add lasagna to the Thanksgiving menu. So if you could add one food to Clipsgiving in March, like what would you add to the Thanksgiving menu?
Okay, so we're talking about March Madness, so I'm saying we adding some wings, man.
All right.
That'd be good.
I mean, that goes with anything.
Yeah.
But just think of your traditional Thanksgiving foods, and then you got a beautiful plate of wings to go with it.
I kind of like the lasagna thing that as like your dinner. You know, if you eat a traditional Thanksgiving somewhere between noon and 2,
right,
and then like you had enough of that,
right,
you want
then,
something different,
and then you get a nice slice of lasagna about 7, 8 o'clock that night.
Yeah,
I kind of like where Tony Dunn's head is on that.
All right, Ellerbe, you might have some Italian in you.
And now I'm thinking with Willie's idea, we do wings to start off our day on Clipsgiving. And then maybe finish it off with some Italian.
Like the noon tip-off, go with the wings.
Right.
And then for the 2:30, you have your big Thanksgiving meal.
Oh,
and then it's 7.
Yeah. We're getting way ahead of ourselves.
Y'all making me hungry.
Well, let's change the subject. All right, so we'll talk bowls in a minute. We do have some coaching news here. This is spreading around. This is Matt Fortuna of The Athletic, covers college football. Georgia Tech, who, if you read social media, have already hired Willie Fritz, and he's already their coach. The problem is Willie Fritz has been doing press conferences with Tulane all week.
What?
And he's ready to coach them in their championship game. And he says he's going to be the coach next year at Tulane. Well, now sources are saying Georgia Tech is going to hire as their next full-time head football coach the interim coach at Georgia Tech, Brent Key. He went 4-4 after taking over for Jeff Collins midseason, beat 2 ranked teams in the process, including North Carolina. I don't recall who the other one was. Hung with Georgia for a half last week in the rivalry game. But that is apparently going to be the move there, Ellerbe. Don't know what the deal was with the Willie Fritz. We'll have Corey Glure on our show tomorrow on Pirate Radio Live to talk AAC Championship and also the latest on Fritz, so maybe he's got some details on it, but kind of an interesting move there, Ellerbe. It looked like Fritz was going to be the guy, but it's going to be Brent Key.
Doesn't look like a very splashy hire for Georgia Tech. Anytime I think, you promote the interim in today's world, it's not the sexy play.
Yeah.
However,
Bat got his man.
However, if the interim person ends up being Dabo Sweeney, who replaced Tommy Bowden during the middle of the year and had some success finishing up at Clemson that year he did that, and has gone on to some success or a lot of success at Clemson, then you can point to that.
You could have Dabo, you could have Bill Stewart. Remember, he took over for who? Rich Rod?
Yes.
As the interim and for West Virginia. So, yeah, it could go either way there.
Yeah, so it's an interesting hire by Jay Batt's first real big hire as he steps in, evaluates the program for a month. I guess he felt if he couldn't get a deal done, maybe, who knows what the deal was with Willie Fritz, if that just kind of fell apart, or and who else, we talked on this show about Deion Sanders, what a splash he would be in Atlanta with NIL, and at Georgia Tech there were some other names. I think even Mike Houston's name got kicked around in some articles for the Georgia Tech job. So interesting move. We'll see how Georgia Tech's in an interesting position in the ACC because they're kind of one of those teams that people think could be doing a lot better, but they really hadn't done very much since Paul Johnson left down there a few years ago.
Yeah, I've heard Deion's name with Colorado and a little bit with South Florida. I never heard it with Georgia Tech, which is surprising to me.
I was shocked.
Former Falcon, former Brave.
Yes.
Former Brave.
And I don't know. And I talked to a few people that have family that are Georgia Tech alums, and I guess a lot of it has to do, which is surprising, and I can't even believe I'm saying this and that I heard it, but that the academics at Georgia Tech are so hard.
Oh, wow.
Because it's such a
hard
engineering school and others. It's hard to recruit people because it's hard to sell them a program. There's not a lot of, I guess, programs out there for athletes to major in, which I find that tough to believe because they've gotten some really good athletes in there before, especially in basketball, the teams over the years. But then Georgia Tech's been good at football over the. I mean, Calvin Johnson's probably one of the best receivers ever to play in the National Football League.
Yeah,
came out of Georgia Tech. So I don't know, just an interesting twist in Georgia Tech if Jay Batt's going to promote his interim guy.
So I guess we still count academics with athletics in sports.
I don't know.
I thought that was a thing of the past.
I don't know who does, which was, I mean, that's been the big thing with, the Auburn thing that they've, moved on to Hugh Freeze, and that the Auburn administration was pushing back, or it's like, are you serious right now? Like, I mean,
right.
who's pushing back? Like, nothing's pushing back. They have, they've got a ton of money they're throwing at this program, and no one's pushing away any dollars right now. They're it's winning at all costs,
right?
Especially at these SEC schools.
Saw a tweet about Hugh Freeze. The Carnell Williams, aka Cadillac, was their interim coach, and yesterday it said we got rid of a Cadillac and hired an escort.
Wow.
To use car terms.
Yes. And Hugh Freeze is definitely having his past brought right back up into the forefront as he takes over this Auburn program. But I'm sure when it rolls around in September of 2023, the orange and blue pom-poms are going to be going strong at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
He did retain Cadillac, by the way. So
I think it's a strong first move. And I thought if someone would have hired at Georgia Tech, they would have probably retained that guy because he was an alum as well.
All right, so there's a little bit of coaching news on this Tuesday. Bowl news, well, there is no news.
I was going to say the bigger story there is that Willie Fritz is staying at Tulane.
Yeah, and that's huge for them, right? Because we've seen these coaches get poached from the AAC, namely Temple. And, Temple hasn't been able to recover from their last, which was what, Jeff Collins?
Went to Georgia
He was
Tech.
the last winning Temple coach. He's already gone to Georgia Tech. But these schools have a tough time. We've seen it with East Carolina trying to replace, although ECU fired Ruffin McNeil and did it to themselves, basically. Right. But Scotty Montgomery, we know what happened there. Mike Houston has turned it around, has turned it into a winning team, a bowl team. But now Tulane, hopefully for them, won't have to worry about that. We'll see if they're out of the woods, though, because there are other jobs open, right?
Yeah, there's certainly more jobs open, but also tougher for East Carolina because Willie Fritz is staying at Tulane because Tulane's staying, of course, in the American Athletic Conference. I think we've posted a lot of stories of, Charlotte, FAU, USF. They all have openings still. Their conference opponents in the future. Tulsa, another team that has an opening. So
that's just openings within the future AAC you just mentioned.
Some current, some future, yeah. So there's a lot of opening. There's a lot of movement as East Carolina transitions next year into this new AAC. You'll kind of see it a lot like in 2013 when East Carolina played in the new Conference USA, new Conference USA, where a lot of those same teams were coming in. But if a lot of teams are having new coaches, Willie Smith, that's going to be a transitional period, not only for getting players and coaches on the same page, but then you're going into the AAC, where hopefully if you're an East Carolina team that will be going into year 5, assuming nothing changes, that Mike Houston is here next year, that his well-oiled machine would have an advantage over these other teams that are coming in with not only new coaches but into a new league.
What's the quarterback situation for those teams? Because we will have a new era there. Yeah, I mean, it's that we've got the coaching and the program aspect down, but there's going to be a ton of unknowns heading into next season.
Yeah, I hear a lot on the fifth quarter, and I hear a lot. I mean, everybody's so concerned about, everybody was so concerned about getting Mason Garcia experience this year. Yeah. My question is,
everybody but the coaches.
My question is, how much did the backup quarterback play at like Alabama, Georgia?
Who cares?
I know.
Who cares? But look, they have all Americans all around them.
Here's the difference, though. They're playing against the best of the best in practice. I mean, the guys in practice are playing. It's like that's a game for them.
And their backup's a 5-star, Ellerbe.
Right.
But it doesn't mean but doesn't that mean he has to get live action against 5 stars the next year? I mean, I'm just saying, like, how many backup quarterbacks across the country really get a lot of extra playing time?
Not a lot.
And if it was garbage time that Mason Garcia would have gotten, how valuable would that time have been?
None. I didn't want garbage time. I wanted him to play when it mattered.
Right.
And he didn't.
So you want to run a 2-quarterback system?
No, I want Mason Garcia to get a series.
Every game.
If you want to call it that, you can label it whatever you want.
Towards the end of the season.
It doesn't matter. He didn't. He didn't now. So
So you believe that Mason Garcia should have gotten at least a series?
What could have hurt?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, I mean, you're going to feel it next year, man, with, him not getting those reps in. He's going to be getting them live when it matters, the most,
So if Mason Garcia comes in and throws a pick six in a game that he gets series, it gets eight, that's his series.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? Does he get a series the next week?
Yeah, I mean, if he's my guy moving forward, then yes.
Does he get a series next week?
He has to.
Are we hypothetically talking about this year?
Yeah, I'm talking about this past year. This past year.
You want to see what you got
during the Temple game.
Yeah,
East Carolina's up by 6 or down by 6. He comes in and throws a pick six.
It's not about it's about the future. It's not about that game or the next game. It's about seeing what you got. If he throws pick sixes every week we put him in, you need to go to the portal to get somebody.
Right.
This guy isn't doing it.
You don't think they need to know if they need to go to the portal or not based on maybe whether they played, why he didn't play or didn't play? And you go the other way. If Mason Garcia comes in the game and throws a 50-yard bomb for a touchdown, does he get the next series?
That's a great question because,
Or does he get, if they go 8 plays, 80 yards, does he get the next series? Because he's the hot hand.
Again, who cares? It didn't happen.
Right.
I mean,
I'm just saying your current quarterback won 7 games.
Yeah.
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 So, I mean, what was wrong with having, just going all in with one quarterback all year long?
Because he's leaving, and we need to know what's happening next year. We want somebody that got some experience going into next year, which that didn't happen.
Nobody's saying. Do you think we're saying bench Holton Ahlers?
No, I'm just trying to wonder what was the necessity of. I mean, I just don't see. He was the next man up, and we never had to go to the next man up.
Right, but there were chances to get him some live reps, college football snaps.
Right.
When? Just during a heated game, during one of the. I mean,
in the second quarter of a game, give him 3 plays.
As I said, then I'll run the scenario. What happens if he gives up 6 points, or what happens if he goes down the field and gets 6 points?
It's just a learning experience, man. It's he's getting experience.
Do you create? I mean, if you're a coach, do you create more, controversy among your team, or do you have a united locker room because you're getting to see your? I'm just saying that you may be creating more problems than you want to if you're a coach.
Well, luckily we avoided all those problems, and we finished the way we did. I guess you're fine clearly with how it worked, and don't think you need any. And even if he did get a snap here or there, it's no guarantee that actually helps him next year at Michigan.
Yeah,
but it can't hurt. What could it hurt to give him live reps?
I think I threw out a few examples of how it could hurt. One, if he goes 8 plays, 80 yards for a touchdown, it maybe splits the team into who has confidence in what quarterback. Or if he throws a pick six, then it hurts your defense confidence, being like, well, daggone.
So we did. So
you took out a perfectly capable quarterback.
So we didn't play him. So it wouldn't hurt Ahlers' feelings and the rest of the team. It would have fractured the entire team if we played him.
I just thought you didn't have to replace him because there was no need to. Was there a time when you felt like that the quarterback should have been switched out? Or you just at some point it's kind of like when Logan used to bench Garrard and put in Austin just because he had to put him in for that one series. Austin never became the starting quarterback at East Carolina.
Well, the Temple game didn't really matter. I would probably get in trouble for saying that.
The bowl game doesn't matter.
I know. Play Mason Garcia.
So you're on.
Definitely need to
both y'all want to start Mason Garcia.
Nobody said that.
No, but he needs to get some reps.
Second series, Mason Garcia comes in.
Second quarter.
Second quarter. He starts the second quarter.
Yeah. What do you think, Willie?
And I agree with you, man. He needs to get some significant reps this game because he is the guy next year going into the season, unless we go into the transfer portal and find somebody. But he needs reps, man. He got to get reps, for this bowl game, man, because we need to see what he has. And, like Clip said, if he's not the guy, we need to know. We don't want to find out after the season's already started.
And not we need to know, the coaches need to know, right?
Right.
The team needs to know. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, the team needs to know.
What about the teams that start true freshmen as quarterback? How do they know? You know when you know.
So they didn't have the opportunity to play that high school guy because he wasn't on the roster. Again, that's a different example. We're not saying it has to happen this way. It would be more advantageous to play this guy if he's available on your roster and you know he's the future. Maybe they don't know he's the future. Maybe he's transferring. I don't know. Right. Either way, he didn't play.
Right. So. I just don't have a problem with playing one quarter. Like, if East Carolina gets up by 20 or 25 points and wants to play a second quarterback, then go for it. I mean, if you got a hot hand or you got a guy you trust that knows the plays, knows the offense that you believe in, then in the quarterback position, I'm going with that.
We didn't always have a hot hand.
Right. There was times in the season where it was like, man, like, we might need to give somebody some more reps.
Well, that's a completely different conversation.
I agree, you just brought it up.
Right.
I know, but the conversation you said is y'all wanted to play him in the second quarter. You said now you're saying.
And then you started a new conversation.
And now,
so I'm talking to you.
So now you're saying the conversation. There were times.
No, you started this conversation.
Okay, I started the conversation.
Yeah.
But now both you guys are saying there were times that you felt that Holton should have been benched for Mason Garcia.
No. You said something about a hot hand. You got to ride the hot hand. I said we didn't always have the hot hand.
Right.
I was just commenting on that. I didn't say take out Holton Ahlers, put in Mason Garcia.
Okay.
Where's my attorney? I love doing this.
Did we talk about clips giving yet?
I love the. We both try to put words in each other's mouths. Like that said, yeah.
Because if I had to put turkey in your mouth, there would be no conversation.
If anybody has a turkey and would like for me to shut up, just put it in front of me.
Right. So I think either you have one quarterback, or you have multiple options.
All right.
We just have to agree to disagree with me then. And if I got a guy that I know, I'm getting back started. If I had a guy that I know that has potential, I want to get him some reps. Even if my guy that I'm starting right now is a great quarterback, he's doing things great, I want to get my next guy some reps to have him ready for next season.
Well, let me ask you guys this then. Why did Mason Garcia not play this year? Why do you think he did not play?
For me, that speaks volumes as well, because that's telling me that, hey, the coaching staff may not have that much faith in this guy, or not as much faith as they do in, Holton. And secondly, they're not thinking so much about the future. They want to win right now. Yeah.
That's it. For me, Mike Houston is still a young head coach in college football. Every game matters for him, for his future, his resume, his ultimate landing stop, wherever that may be. Right. And also, they have a record-breaking quarterback as the starting quarterback.
Right.
I mean, to what Willie said, times two. I mean, he's right. Like, they have a clear number one quarterback. That's Holton Ahlers. Also, Mike Houston is trying to win every single football game and leave no doubt.
And so he thought that his best chance to win every single football game was to leave number 12 in there.
Clearly.
And because he believed if he'd have won more football games than this coaching carousel conversation right now.
Yeah, he'd be on the way out the door right now.
We might be talking about his name.
Right.
If they were 9-3 right now.
Absolutely.
Or 10-2.
Absolutely.
Maybe even 8-4.
Yeah.
Depending on what that other win was.
Right.
We might. So I think in the world as a college football fan and commentator, you have to think that that's the way coaches think.
Yeah.
They got to think what they're thinking. How can they win right now, season to season? And they're not really worried about the future, because the future in college sports is the most volatile it's ever been, because you don't know with the transfer portal. I thought I saw somewhere on Twitter today, I don't know if it was a joke or not, I was at a stoplight, just hit it real fast. Is Spencer Rattler transferring to Nebraska? Was that just a rumor or just something, a joke or something I saw? But I'm just saying, like, the season to season of where everybody is moving, whether it's a head coach, an assistant coach, a player, anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and now the carousel is just starting. Everybody's like, now you got the Cincinnati coach at Wisconsin, but then what assistants are going with him? Now, what players are going with him? I mean, everybody, the whole thing is so maybe, does it speak volumes that they didn't have confidence in Mason Garcia, or did it speak more? Maybe it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything, but, you make a really good point with that right there, that, hey, man, it's about winning now, because you just don't know, like you said, you don't know what the future holds, man. Like, somebody, your main guy might be transferring out. Hey, I want to win now. I might have an opportunity to go to another, great program to keep building my career. It's a lot of moving parts, man. And, like you said, I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. This is not, Mike's forever home. Like, he's going to be leaving here once he has, an opportunity. So, I think that all plays into it.
I saw something that I don't agree with, but I saw it. I'll share it. Like, it said Mike Houston thought he'd by this year, what is this, year 4?
Yeah.
And this is Ayler's last and final year, that by this time he thought he'd already have another offer. And that's why, you stick with Ayler's and you don't really worry that much about the future because you're going to be out of here by the end of this year anyway.
Right.
Now, but I don't agree with that. He's still building for the future. They're still recruiting. They're trying to develop quarterbacks. They'll probably go to the portal, maybe see what's out there at quarterback. But just throwing that out there.
I think how you build for the future in college football is like building a sandcastle on the beach. You're building it, and then the ocean washes a little bit of it away, and then you got to go back and rebuild it. Everything's a lot more temporary than it was before, and I think it's more temporary because everybody's more temporary.
Right.
And until people want to make it more permanent, because Luke Fickell just signed an extension last offseason to up his salary to $5 million. Well, guess what? This new offseason, he's the head coach with a $2.5 million pay raise at Wisconsin.
Yep.
So I just think, and the players the same way. I mean, look at Lincoln Riley. This time last year, Lincoln Riley was the head football coach at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So was the guy that's getting ready to win the Heisman at USC.
Right.
He was a start. They were both at Oklahoma. They were Boomer Sooner.
That's crazy.
You know what? Now they're about to be in the college football playoff in Southern California.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think if you start thinking too far forward about building the future and developing Mason Garcia,
right.
I think that could be a dangerous place to live in the world of college football.
And that's the sad thing about this transfer portal, man. It really does mess up, a lot of the way it used to be,
But it's not. The transfer portal has coaches in it, has players in it. You can't just pin. I hate when people just pin it on the players.
I hate it though, man. Just because you want to see people buy in and really build something, So I really do hate to see that. This generation is just different. But Clip brings up a good point too, though. They should probably bring in the quarterback to create competition, in the offseason to make Garcia better.
Might divide the locker room, Ellerbe.
You got one quarterback or you have every quarterback. Hey, look, who can win the game right now?
Right.
You know what? Like if it's 4th and 2 with 2 seconds left and we got to kick a field goal to win, then you look at everybody. Who's our best kicker?
Yep.
Let's get him out there to kick the ball.
Might as well bring this uncomfortable conversation to the table. What are the odds that Keaton Mitchell is the starting running back at ECU next year?
Man, that guy's gone.
Where's he gone? NFL or another
NFL,
school?
Man. I think he's going to leave, man.
Can he go to the National Football League, or is he eligible?
He's a COVID sophomore, so he's been 3 years out.
So he's eligible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love for him to go to the National Football League.
That would be exciting to see, man.
And I would not be surprised if he's going to get offered.
Yeah.
Somewhere else. It's just a matter of where he feels what's the best situation for him. Yeah. And I don't blame him. And if East Carolina, and maybe there's a case for East Carolina to be the best situation for him, and I hope that is the case. But because he could come back here and be a record breaker and go to the National Football League. People like you have been to the National Football League from East Carolina. You can get to the next level playing football at any school, really. Right. And he's proven his talent. It's just a matter of what is the future for him. But definitely, that's the thing. Everything's temporary right now. Our roster is and that's the price. Look, there was years ago when there was nobody on our roster that if they were going in the transfer portal, they were going down down a level or two to go transfer somewhere else. So you kind of got to look at it as a feather in your cap, and you got to have the next man up mentality of hey, look, who's the next? When Rajay Harris went down this year, Marlon Gunn, next man. Hey, look, that young man got an opportunity this year, showed his talents, and he's got a ton of potential, I think, as well. So I just think the quarterback position gets the most attention, and so I think it'll be very interesting to see what the next step is with that. And as there are some other quarterbacks on the team too, Clip, that may be battling with Mason Garcia. And look, there's probably another quarterback out there looking for an opportunity to transfer. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we hit the portal.
Yeah, no, that's true, man. And as far as Keaton goes, he's probably looking at it like this right now. If he was to come out, I would imagine he's probably like a 4th, 5th round guy. But if he transferred to a bigger school that had a lot of talent around him that he can really shine, he might become a 1st, 2nd round guy if he can really, light it up. So he got some decisions to make. But like you said, man, I would love to see him stay here at ECU and really just kind of break the records and make some things happen. And I imagine he's probably looking at what O-line is returning, what other weapons on offense are coming back next year as well, because that's going to make difference in what he's going to be able to do as well. So he's probably weighing all of that into consideration, man.
Willie Smith, Ellerbe here. Do you think the starting quarterback at Michigan for ECU next year is currently on the roster?
Yeah.
Okay. Will?
I would bet if I was betting yes or no, I'd say yes.
Too soon to tell for me because I don't know. I haven't seen him.
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
Take a guess.
I have not.
It's a
okay,
yes.
no. The answer's no.
All right, there you go.
See?
One yes, one no. That's what we love. Little dissension in the ranks. Good stuff. All right. We don't have any bowl news, but we're just kind of Ellerbe. What do you know? What do you hear? You talk to people.
East Carolina's bowl eligible. Have you heard that?
I have.
They're 7-5, and I'm hearing, everything else everybody's hearing. Fenway's in the mix. Military's in the mix. The thing with me, the outcome of the UCF Tulane game should have no effect on what East Carolina's bowl game should be. East Carolina should have. The bowl or the American or whoever's making the announcement should go ahead and say, right. East Carolina, congratulations for your season. You're in the Military Bowl. You're in the Fenway Bowl. You're in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. You're in the Birmingham Bowl. You're in Shreveport. It doesn't matter and then hold the other two spots for Tulane and UCF and then go from there.
We're going to keep twisting in the wind until we get that final announcement, but hearing more now that maybe Fenway wants a different American team that isn't East Carolina. So while East Carolina, it was kind of trending towards Fenway, maybe it's coming further south now. I don't know. We don't know. So we'll just, when we find out, we'll let you know.
And what is the real truth? It's like politics. What is the real truth? Does Fenway really have, how much does the bowl have a say into what American team they want and what ACC team they want? And how much say does the conference have? How much say do the teams in the conference have?
Warren Saba.
If you could divide the pie up, and if everybody had an electoral college vote,
yeah.
If, the bowl got 25%, and just go from there.
I'm guessing the bowl has the most say, right?
I would think ESPN has the most say, if I had to guess.
No,
then maybe the bowl.
Yeah.
I'd give an ESPN at least 51%.
Yeah.
Then I'm giving the bowl maybe 25.
Right.
Then the conference maybe, where are we at? Then maybe the conference 23 and the team 2.
Ellerbe loves a divided locker room. Warren Saba said, why don't they let the players pick what bowl they want to play in out of the invites the school gets? He says, can't be that money hungry, can we? So you do a player vote, Ellerbe.
Look, if you really want to reward the play, who's the bowl game for?
The players.
If it's for the players,
yeah.
Then look, why don't we load up the bowl games in the Bahamas, in Florida, in Hawaii, or in a big city with a nice NFL dome?
Yeah.
Where they can get a swag, stay in a big time NFL city, get the NFL treatment.
Right.
If that's what it's about, let's do that. And let's do away with Shreveport, Birmingham, And the monster, the Green Monster is awesome, but maybe fly the team up there to a Boston Red Sox game in the summer if you want to have, if you want the Pirates to go see and experience Fenway and hear the 7th inning stretch with Sweet Caroline. I've been there. It's awesome. It's really cool.
How many football players on this ECU team know about the Red Sox Stadium? Maybe 10%? 15?
Do you think any of them? I don't know.
If I pulled them right now, I'll do it next Monday. I'll say, what is the Green Monster? Be like, something on Nickelodeon.
The Yankees Red Sox thing is so big. I would think that it's been in enough of their faces, but that'll be a great question on Mondays in the Players Lounge.
Yeah, I will make sure I ask that. All right, anything else?
Willie Smith, what bowl game do you want the Pirates to go to?
Somewhere warm, man. I don't care. Somewhere warm.
So Willie went to. Did you go to Hawaii?
Yep.
Yeah. He went to the nicest bowl ever, and then a couple of the coldest with the Liberty Bowl back to back, right?
Well, the Kentucky Liberty Bowl wasn't that cold. The Arkansas.
It was Arkansas.
The Arkansas one was freeze your beer cold. You'd walk from the beer stand to your seat, and your beer would be frozen.
Yeah.
It was that cold.
So Hawaii
Military Bowl was cold too, though.
Yeah.
That was a cold one too.
And 10.
Yeah.
Military Bowl. Yeah.
Did you play in the Hawaii Bowl?
Yeah, I was defensive end then.
Okay, so you got some action. I thought you might have been just chilling with a lay on the sidelines.
Man.
But obviously that was the best bowl trip, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hands down, no question.
Yeah. It was nice.
Willie, if any East Carolina coaches need to sell their houses because they've got new jobs in the offseason or anything, or if anybody needs to sell their house, how can they get up with Willie Smith for real estate needs?
Best way to reach me is to give me a call on my cell, 252-258-8168, 258-8168.
All right, Willie Smith, our real estate
Willie, you're
pro.
are you in the flipping game?
Yeah, man. Just flipped my first album, man. It was pretty dope.
All right, cool. That's something you're gonna keep doing.
Oh yeah, man. If y'all got some deals, bring it to me. Anything that looks like it needs to be tore down, bring that to me. That's what I want to flip.
Did you do the full, like you did the work too?
Nah, heck no.
You just bought low and sold high.
Right.
I got you. I like it.
Willie, enjoyed the chat, man.
Yeah, man.
We talked food, football, fight. It was great.
Yeah.
The 3 Fs.
His heck no on the flip was faster than the quarterback decision.
It was way faster.
I mean, he was like a heck no.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. USA on top of Iran, 1-0. They are entering minute number 72. If USA wins, they advance to the round of 16, the knockout stage. So we'll keep you up to date on that on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built when broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
ASAP Party and Tent Rentals is your one-stop shop for weddings, anniversaries, corporate events, family reunions, birthday parties, or any celebration with friends and family. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals has the widest selection of tents, tables, chairs, linens, china, concession equipment, bounce rides, games, staging, wedding equipment, dance floors, and so much more. At ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, we help people get together. Call today at 756-7903. ASAP Party and Tent Rentals, locally owned and operated on Diamond Drive in Greenville near Agri Supply and Equipment Plus.
What a perfect time to be in Greenville, North Carolina. ECU football is going back to a bowl game. ECU basketball is getting cranked up. And Greenville's newest sports bar is officially open. Coco's Sports Bar, located in the Big Lots Shopping Center right off of Greenville Boulevard, has the largest variety of delicious food, including burgers, quesadillas, Philly cheesesteak egg rolls, chicken and waffles, and of course, the best wings in town. Check out Coco's Sports Bar on Facebook for the latest information on menu items, drink and lunch specials, and more. Open 7 days a week. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is Tim Doust, ECU Football Special Teams Coordinator, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Well, CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a six-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. USA in a must-win game. Up 1-0 on Iran, 77th minute. So about 13 minutes plus the added time. So we'll call it about 18 minutes left to go. If USA can keep Iran from scoring, they will advance to the round of 16, the knockout stage, and play this weekend, I believe. I'm not going to look at that yet until it's official to see when they will play. England is certainly advancing because they are up 3-0 on Wales. So Wales eliminated. Iran with a tie can advance because they have a win in this tournament against Wales. So there's that. 1-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Chandler Honeycutt to my left. Hello, Chandler.
What's up, buddy? You doing all right?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Boy, no vibe check to get from you this week.
No, but I was just thinking, I am enjoying the bowl speculation segments that we're having on this show this week because, well, one, we other than before last year, we had not been to a bowl game in 5 or 6 years. Last year, just a couple of days after the tough loss to Cincinnati at home to end the regular season, it was announced that we were going to the Military Bowl. We didn't know who the opponent was going to be, but we knew the destination for the Pirates and the bowl game they were going to go to. So we didn't have that speculation like we did last year. Or we're having that speculation this year, unlike we did last year. And I like kind of going through the scenarios of, all right, which one are we going to go to? Will it be Fenway? Will it be Military? Will it be Myrtle Beach? I know a lot of people do not want to go to Military again. I think Fenway would be cool. Myrtle Beach obviously would be a close enough spot for Pirate fans to flood and get down to Dirty Myrtle and enjoy some Pirate football to end the year. But I'm liking the speculation. It's fun to talk about the different destinations we can end up.
All right, one bowl is set, at least one. That is the first on the list, the Bahamas Bowl, 11:30 a.m. on Friday, December 16th. It'll be Miami of Ohio against UAB.
Okay.
Options for ECU that we have been, potentially hearing about. Fenway, we've talked about that one a lot. That is an 11 a.m. kickoff on Saturday, December 17th. Frisco Bowl has an American tie-in. Got to imagine a game in Texas is going to have a team from Texas, or at least not from North Carolina, out of the AAC. So not hearing much about Frisco Bowl. Myrtle Beach Bowl, 2:30, Monday, December 19th. Could be a possibility. Boca Raton, already played in that stadium once this year. That is 7:30 on Tuesday, December 20th. On ESPN, of course. Some other ones, Gasparilla, and Independence, and neither one of those have kickoff times. They're both Friday, December 23rd, a couple of days before Christmas. The Birmingham Bowl is 2 days after Christmas. That does not have a kickoff time listed. That and the First Responder Bowl don't have kickoff times that I'm looking at right now. Tuesday, December 27th. Birmingham Bowl, certainly a potential bowl as well.
They moved that bowl up because I remember back in 2014/2015, that bowl was played in January.
Like January 6th or something?
Yeah,
crazy?
because I remember my dad announced at Christmas time or between Christmas and New Year's that we were going to the bowl, and it was after New Year's. So I remember that being in January. So now it's, December 27th.
Oh, you mean the one ECU played in? Because there was
Florida.
a bowl that was like after the... Was there a bowl game played after the championship one year? Or maybe after...
That we played in?
No, that somebody played in.
Oh, I have no idea.
Maybe after the playoff or something like that.
Somebody commented the other day on either Facebook or YouTube. I want to say it was Facebook. Somebody said, you know what's bad or you know what's worse than anything in the world? Playing a bowl game after a national championship game.
I think I was Robert, and I don't know if it was after a championship or after the playoff, like the 4 playoff.
Oh, okay.
But there has been like random, I hate to say meaningless for most, bowl games played that late. As Iran just had a great chance to score, they did not, and USA holds on to their 1-0 lead as they play now 81st minute in Qatar, whatever you want to call it. Qatar. Rack 'em. Have you enjoyed the soccer today?
No.
You're not a fan.
I'm not a fan of soccer.
I like that you're not a fake fan, like pretending to be.
No, I'm not going to sit here and go, yeah, wow, yeah, I'm having a good time. I just can't get into it, man. But now I will get excited, and that's when USA scores, because that is an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
And they did that earlier. They did it a second time, but there was an offsides or whatever you guys tried to explain to me, and it got knocked off the board. So USA could have been up 2-0 or 2-0.
Yeah, offsides was the call.
So I'm enjoying it the best I can, I guess. But
and again, I will look to see when they play after this one is complete, because it could be a big one coming up this weekend. Question from Michael Winstead. Mr. Winstead, good to hear from you. Did you give your new set of wheels a name?
I mean, I jokingly called it Corey, but I mean, I guess
Corey the Corolla.
Something that kind of blends in.
Yeah.
And Corey the Corolla. And that's like a girl's name, Corey.
Sure.
Kori.
With a heart over the I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't forget the heart.
Yeah. All right. Good enough.
I don't think I like that. I might have to change it. We'll have to see.
If you don't feel it, you got to
call her
change
Carrie.
Carrie the Corolla. Carrie.
Carrie. Karina.
Candy.
Candy makes you dandy. You ever seen Half Baked?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yes.
I'm proud of you. Figured that
good movie.
I figured that one missed you from your era.
Nope.
I bet Peter hasn't seen Half Baked. You ever seen Half Baked? No. Big Pete was at the Panthers game on Sunday.
Keep pounding, Big Pete.
Said he was the good luck charm. What's the record with you in attendance this year, Big Pete?
Can I guess it? 2-0?
Yep.
Yes.
2-0. And you've seen them play the awful Broncos, and who else did you see?
The Saints.
All right. Saints are, well, they got shut out this week. Had plenty of chances to score, but didn't. But they're pretty bad. So, boy, the Broncos.
They stink. They're awful.
I remember saying earlier this year they were the most disappointing team, and you said Packers. And I said, you know what, Chandler? Maybe you're right. Like, let's go. Who's the most disappointing team in the NFL this year?
Broncos.
It's got to be the Broncos, right?
I mean, the hype. Weren't they the favorites to win the Super Bowl? Or one of the favorites? They were like top 4 or 5?
Do you remember a team called the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs?
But now, no, but the Denver Broncos were up there.
They were up there, but the Bills were the overwhelming favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, but the Denver Broncos were a top 5 favorite to win the Super Bowl. And they are the most laughable team in the National Football League this year. You bring in Russell Wilson to a crazy deal, one that the NFL has probably never seen before. and is doing absolutely nothing.
He's awful.
He's awful.
They have the worst coach.
And then you go and you look, the jokes are, and there's no video evidence of this, but there's jokes that he's on the plane doing high knees, doing push-ups, saying "let's ride" over and over again as they're going across country or across the world to play in London. I mean, there's videos of him in midfield doing some sort of, meditation. And then it shows this weekend, after a field goal by Eddie Pinheiro for the Panthers, a defensive lineman for the Broncos gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, goes off the field, and what does he do? I guess somebody chirped at him. Who chirped at him? Apparently Russell Wilson. And he goes to Russell Wilson and literally lays into him. And I think that just is a summary of how these players, the fans for the Broncos are just dissatisfied with Russell Wilson and are hating Russell Wilson. Cannot stand to see Russell Wilson playing on a Sunday.
Broncos fans hate Russell Wilson.
You said that you read Broncos Reddit, and it's just a bloodbath when it comes to hating Russell Wilson.
A, because of his play, but B, because
he's a moron, and he's a goof, and he's a goober. I love to say goober.
I don't know if he's a moron.
Not a moron. He's moron's not a good. That's what I am.
Yeah.
But goober. I like to say goober. I like to say maybe somebody's a goober.
That was close.
Russell Wilson is definitely goober material.
Yeah. He's first ballot goober.
He's a first ballot goober.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Pete.
I just throw in there, I think the Rams are the most disappointing
That's
team.
who I was getting to next, but they're not more disappointing than the Broncos, in my opinion, because Stafford has been hurt and out. But 3-8 for the defending Super Bowl champs you can't call it anything but a disappointment.
Well, it looked like
a Super Bowl hangover.
It looked like they had gotten stronger. They picked up Bobby Wagner in the offseason. I mean, it looked like...
Well, they lost Von Miller. They lost Odell. Their running back situation was weird. I don't know what's going on with Cam Akers.
Akers was supposed to be the lead back.
I actually heard his name this week, so he is still on the team playing. But there was at one point in the year they didn't know if he'd play again.
And then Darrell Henderson
he got cut.
He just got cut. He was the guy that was coming in and surprising everybody, especially with fantasy. I have him on fantasy.
You say that because you had him you didn't play him one game and he had like a touchdown.
He did better. I mean, but he put up some points for.
You're very passionate this segment.
He put up some points.
All right.
He put up points. People were like, all right, Darrell Henderson must be the guy. Where's Cam Akers? Next thing you know, Darrell Henderson's not a Ram anymore. So the situation is weird in Los Angeles.
I would rank him.
I feel like a Super Bowl hangover. That's happened several times, right? Where a team just cannot perform the year after they win a Super Bowl.
But not to this degree. This is pretty rough.
And that, and to the pieces you brought back. But now, like we said, there was pieces that they lost that was huge. You look at Von Miller, who still got it. He can still play football. He's showing it this year in Buffalo. You lose Odell Beckham, who apparently is losing his mind right now. Can't get on a plane without acting a fool. So I don't know. Rams, that's a good one, Pete. Rams are very disappointing this year.
That's left their starting left tackle Andrew Whitworth.
That is true.
There you go. I would rank them Broncos, Packers, Rams in order of disappointment. You would say what?
I'd say Broncos, Rams, Packers. I think it was the Packers getting rid of Devontae Adams. You know that they didn't have any weapons coming into the season.
Yeah.
Can they be a disappointment? I mean, what was the hope there on offense going into the season?
That they have one of the greatest quarterbacks of
Aaron
all time
Rodgers.
and one of the best running backs in the league and the best backup running back in the league.
And that's how you're going to be successful with those three? You got to have a weapon
good
outside.
Defense, which they don't have.
I was about to say, the defense is not there.
No, they're not. But the thought was they had a defense. The thought was the division is trash. But the Vikings have played ahead of what we thought. And the Lions have been feisty, but they're not very good. And the Bears stink. So that was the thought, Chandler.
Okay. Speaking of a team like the Vikings, Who's probably the most surprising teams in the league this year?
The Giants.
No.
Oh, I knew that was going to get Clipper all mad.
No. Like,
No, nobody expected them to be this good.
They're not good. They're not.
See, I don't.
All right, you got to change your wording.
Are the Commanders good?
No. You got to change your wording. Like, nobody expected the Giants to have that record.
I was going
fair. 100%. Absolutely.
At this point in the season, I would not have expected the Giants to have 7 wins.
But they have lost 2 in a row. Look, they're not good. I've said it all year.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with that. I totally agree.
I'd say another one maybe be the Seahawks.
That is
That's
very
definitely.
good one.
You look at Geno Smith,
And
they
man,
lose Russell Wilson.
If they'd have won on Sunday, which the Raiders can only win in dramatic overtime games apparently, but that would have been a huge win for them. But I definitely say the Seahawks. The Eagles.
No doubt about that.
The Eagles are the most surprising team. 10-1. They were picked as a potential division winner with Dallas, but they weren't picked to be the best team in the NFC.
One of the biggest arguments in the offseason was, what is Jalen Hurts going to make that?
Yeah, this is like a make or break year for Jalen Hurts.
Is he going to make that next step?
He's like an MVP.
Is he a top 5 quarterback in fantasy? And now he's making the argument to be the MVP of the National Football League this year.
It's not another team. It's not a surprise to me because I'm a football guy, but Miami. But I told you that from day one, so I'm not shocked.
Are we putting?
Maybe you novices are.
All right. We'll give you that credit. Awesome, great, awesome team they got. Great addition with Tyreek Hill to complement, Jalen Waddle. But we were just talking about the New York Giants, and to Pete, they're a great team. And don't get me wrong.
Pete thinks the Giants are the greatest team ever.
Don't get me wrong. They're winning football games.
No, they're not. They've lost 2 in a row. They suck.
They've won 7 games.
That is a fact.
They've won 7 games. Did not expect that. Do you put the New York Jets in that same situation? Are the Jets good?
The Jets are more surprising and better than the Giants.
Okay. All right, you answer my question.
Pete, your thoughts?
I don't know.
Because you look at both of these teams are in New York.
Good point, Chandler.
Both of them are 7-4.
Great point.
Both of them play in the same stadium.
Correct.
And people sit there and wonder, is this team good?
Is Mike White going to carry him?
Is this 7-4 New York football team that plays in MetLife Stadium good? And then you have to ask which one, the Giants or the Jets?
All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll look at the playoff picture and see who has the best chance to get there between the Giants and Jets. And wrap up hour number 1. Good God, 9 minutes. I don't like that. They're adding 9 minutes of time. They're in minute 93. USA up 1-0. Can they keep Iran out of the nets? We'll let you know when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
Eastern Pines Dental, located on East 10th Street beside Lowe's in Greenville, provides complete dental care to all ages, including implants, root canals, crowns, wisdom teeth removal, IV sedation, Invisalign, and much more. And as Eastern Pines continues to grow, we've added caring and kind doctors ready to assist you, including Dr. Ward, Dr. Lovick, Dr. Moore, and Dr. Mosley. Call 751-0770 to schedule your appointment today. The staff of Eastern Pines Dental thanks you for trusting them with your dental care.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Love is finding the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get ready for fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
Hey, Ellerbe, have you tried our new menu at Clean Eats? I was planning on going there today. Tell me what's new. First of all, you're going to love our new melts. A melts is a quesadilla folded over like a sandwich full of things like beef and queso and chicken parm. Scott, tell me you got more. Man, I do. We have pretzel bites with queso, our fabulous meat and taters wrap, and we even have Clean Eats mac and cheese, complete with beef or chicken on top. It all sounds awesome. I'm going to head over there now. Fantastic. I hope to see everybody at Clean Eats, 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
CD's Grill is open at 111 West Fire Tower Road near Evans Street in Winterville for the best country cooking around. CD's Grill is open for breakfast and lunch 6 days a week and dinner on Fridays. Every Friday night is steak night at CD's Grill. Certified black Angus steaks, hand cut for your desired thickness, CD's famous salad bar, and a delicious Idaho baked potato. Come see and taste for yourself the certified black Angus difference. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road near Evans Street in Winterville. CD's Grill.
Pirate Radio is the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. And for the latest breaking news, interesting stories and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. You can join the over 60,000 followers today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, it's getting dramatic. In the World Cup, great opportunity for Iran, but they don't score. They want some kind of review here. Now 8 players are huddled up around the referee talking. They might look at something.
So the Iranian player is claiming that he was pulled down inside the box.
No, there's nothing there. There is nothing there. Take a look at it if you want. There is nothing there.
They're dramatic. They're all dramatic. It's not just the Iranian players. It's the United States players too.
All right, so there will be no review. I don't think there was nothing there. Iran's going to have one more crack at it here. All right, let's blow the whistle. End this thing. How about score another goal here? USA on the break.
Go.
It's there. It's terrible.
Yeah, that was awful.
Terrible.
He fell down.
He fall. By the way,
he fell.
We'll talk about it during the program more, but East Carolina in action tonight against South Carolina State. We were just dropped off 2 tickets by a wonderful pirate who came in the Pirate Radio studios, said, got season tickets, can't go tonight, give these away. So if anyone would like to go to the game that does not have tickets, you want 2 freebies, call in now, 317-1250, and come pick these up before 6 o'clock.
Are they section 213?
They're section 208, row F, seat 5 and seat 6. And that's it. It's final. USA is advancing to the knockout stage, the round of 16. So they did what they needed to do today, a 1-0 win over Iran. They will advance from, I believe, Group B, along with England, to play in the knockout stage. So step 1 complete. This is kind of like a bowl for ECU. Like we're going to a bowl. You have bigger goals, but this was certainly a goal. 317-1250 if you want these basketball tickets.
Say, can you see?
So USA advances. All right, playoff picture. We were talking about the Jets a moment ago. Oh, by the way, Shirley, Johnny on Facebook Live says, Clips Dolphins have played better than some predicted. Shirley's Dolphins have been a disappointment. Shirley, your thoughts?
Bite me.
All right. Playoff picture. I had a bold prediction before the season that the Bengals would not make the playoffs. Right now, they are 7-4, 6th in the AFC, basically tied with the Jets. The Patriots and Chargers right there at 6-5, a game back of those teams. Bengals or Jets? Who's better?
I'm going to go Bengals.
Bengals are better.
Bengals.
I like the Bengals. I'm back on the Bengals, but I do think they will make the playoffs. Jets, Patriots. Do they play? No, they've already played twice. Correct?
Yes, they don't have another game this year.
I believe the Patriots won both, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, they had the 3-3 punt return game winner.
Because Zach Wilson's only 2 losses this year. That's not correct. But he's 0-2. He's 0-2 against the Patriots.
Okay, fine. His only 2 losses against the Patriots were against New England.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
I probably should have said his only 2 losses in the division were against the Patriots.
Okay. Oh, well, that's not good. Does that mean they have to play the Bills twice?
Oh, boy.
What are you looking at?
Oh, that's the Giants. Bills, and then they've already played the Bills once.
Okay. So the Jets and Patriots, Jets are 1 game ahead of the Patriots. They still have to go to Minnesota, to Buffalo.
They beat the Bills.
To Seattle, to Miami. Don't like the Jets to make the playoffs this year.
For the Giants, what they have left, and man, what a game this is going to be.
This is going to be
2 great teams.
This is going to be determined in the next 3 weeks for the Giants.
For the Giants, you have the Commanders coming up. After that, you have the Eagles at home, which, by the way, Commanders is at home. Eagles are at home. You go on the road at Washington, so you play Washington 2 times in the matter of a couple of weeks. Then you go on the road to the Vikings. Then you're at home against the Colts. That's a win. And then you go on the road to finish the regular season against the Eagles.
The Giants
at Philadelphia.
They're about to fold like a tent that you buy at a sports equipment.
At a dollar store.
Yeah, I mean, they are about to fold.
At a sports store. If I go to a sports store to get a tent, it better work.
Store? I am shocked. Guess the line. Washington at the New York Giants for Sunday. What do you got, Chandler?
Man, don't tell me the Giants are favored.
Just tell me what did you think.
I'm going to go Giants -2.5.
You just said the Giants shouldn't be favored, and you're guessing it's Giants -2.5?
Because
Peter, what do you got?
See it.
Giants +2.5. Who are they playing?
Washington.
Oh, Washington 2.5.
Who's favored?
Washington.
Washington -2.5.
Wow.
I was a little surprised by that. I mean, a lot of credit. If the Giants are this good, why are they underdogs at home to Washington? It's because they're not good. Mike Mullis is here. Hey, Mully.
Hey, buddy. To take the Giants.
Whoa. Say that again?
Said, hey, buddy.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a little deep voice.
Got a little candy off of Ellerbe's desk.
Yeah.
Just working through that.
All right, good deal.
And you knew he was baiting you on that, right?
I reverse baited him almost.
No, it was straight bait.
Straight bait?
I mean, any level of intelligence, he would have seen right through that smoke.
Whoa, Mully coming in hot.
You're better than that.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So you just played along? You were just the whipping boy for that one?
Where are you going?
I gotta fix the camera so we can see Mully's beautiful.
We're gonna take a break. Sit down, relax, man. Just take the edge off.
Mully
I know Mully makes us nervous. I know.
Oh, come on.
I get crazy. This is the second time I've seen Mully today.
Mm-hmm. What a treat. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Mike Mullis is here. We will talk football, soccer. Oh, man. 9 a.m. on Saturday before your championship football Saturday. USA versus the Netherlands.
Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up at 5 o'clock.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. Saturday morning.
Get ready. All right, we'll take a break. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live on the way after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
All right, Pirate Nation, Russell's is ready for the holidays. Our huge in-stock inventory makes shopping easy. New additions include barber for men and women, plus owner reserve for the men. Enjoy your holidays and don't worry about lost packages and back orders. We've been making Christmas wishes come true for 39 years in the same location. Not only is our signature gift wrap beautiful, it's free. It's always about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Where can you go where the beer is cold? Friendship is forever. Pabst is the place that's in our hearts, where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a pizza oven. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me, or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family. Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays. Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by First Bank. Together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Visit the First Bank location on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville for all your personal and business banking needs. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. From sales to service, Greenville Auto World has all of your vehicle needs covered. You can shop all their inventory now at greenvilleautoworld.net. If you're also looking for someone to service your vehicle, they have a full service and repair facility. They do brakes, oil changes, tires, inspections, and they can repair any kind of vehicle. Greenville Auto World, across from Speedway at Bells Fork, and online at greenvilleautoworld.net. Thanks to Tim Sutton and Jim Rogers for their sponsorship of the program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, Big Dog here. Mike Mullis joining us on the program. 35 minutes ago, a message from Willie Fritz in Tulane. It says today, well, this is from the athletic director, Troy Dannon. Today, head football coach Willie Fritz informed us he will remain at Tulane University, and we are thrilled that Coach will continue to helm our program. Helm? Don't usually see helm used like that. Helm.
No.
To helm our program. And then it says some other stuff. Willie Fritz staying at Tulane. We'll talk to Corey Glore coming up on Wednesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Willie Fritz was flirting, or Georgia Tech was flirting with him. I don't know whose advances were going further, but he will remain at Tulane, Mully.
How about these coaching changes? I mean, there's been some just serious money spent on coaches.
Yeah, Ellerbe brought up the contract extension that Luke Fickell received in Cincinnati, and we all know contract extensions mean nothing. Somebody else can pay you more. So he goes to Wisconsin. Matt Rule back in the game.
That cat made out. I mean, he won the lottery. He gets the Panther money plus that money. Pretty good deal.
And Matt Rule has proven to be a good college football coach. But Nebraska... So when I was a kid, Nebraska was awesome, Mully.
Yeah, and not much fun to watch, but they were awesome.
Rozier. Remember Crouch?
Who was the, there was another one. Phillips. Lawrence Phillips.
Oh, Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah.
He had some issues.
Yeah, he did.
They would run all over you, though.
That's exactly all that they would do, but they would just pound you into the turf.
And now, does anybody want to go to Lincoln to play football? Like, can he build something there?
Well, they just got that Big Ten money, so the TV deal. So, I mean, they will probably be able to entice some folks. I think the Hugh Freeze thing to Auburn.
Yeah.
I mean, does the SEC go, wait a minute, we had that guy, and we had to get him out of town for all kinds of reasons.
Yeah, but...
I mean, he's butt-down hookers and whatever.
That was like 8 years ago.
Sure, and... I mean, he's also lost his, last 2 or 3 games at Liberty.
One foot out the door, Mully. It's all right. It's fine.
I mean, when Liberty just paid that cat, mid-season, they gave him $5 million a year?
Yeah.
And he leaves for $6.5?
Yeah. I mean, the coaching portal has always been open, and it's open more so than ever. That is an interesting move, though. Auburn... they took a chance on Bruce Pearl after he received NCAA allegations and things like that. So
couldn't Auburn do better as a football program? Would Matt Rule have been a better hire than Hugh Freeze?
Good question. I
think
know
so.
If Matt Rule's a SEC guy.
Well, I think he's and
I don't know how dirty Matt Rule is, but he almost seems too clean for the SEC.
But isn't Baylor closer to the SEC than Nebraska is like the polar opposite of Baylor, or the way they played at Baylor? It would seem like that style would fit better in the SEC. But I don't know. I mean, and then I think the most surprising one is Dion, possibly to Colorado.
I don't think he's going
and
there.
Maybe they're waiting on, USF to decide what they're going to do? I think he's going somewhere. You'd be crazy not to hire him. Why do you not hire him at a program that needs the spotlight?
He waits for better offers than those.
Is he? But who? I mean, Auburn would have been the one that you would think, okay, SEC, that's a pretty good deal.
That would have been wild.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. But I think he probably realizes, even with his pedigree, he's going to have to take one more step before he can get
the quote-unquote big one.
I don't want him to go to Colorado. I just don't.
I don't either. Don't feel right.
It's not
USF,
very cool.
USF would be cool.
That would be cooler, and I think he could win pretty quick there. He could bring in transfers. Agree. Well, I don't know what year his son is, but he brings him in as a quarterback.
So what, sophomore?
Yeah.
Maybe?
So bring him over.
You get the Trey Hunter or Travis Hunter, the number one player from last year, is on his team.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like 5 or 6 guys that could play anywhere.
He would turn them overnight into a bowl team,
right?
At minimum,
right. It would be very, very interesting, and not to mention clearly his name is synonymous with all that is South Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of that guy down there.
Which is why I thought he's also a guy in Atlanta.
Well, I agree with you, but Georgia Tech and South Florida are 2 very different stylistically speaking programs.
Definitely.
So I think it fits better. Again, and Colorado to me is more Georgia Tech than it is South Florida. South Florida's a little edgier, has always been, a little more speed, athlete driven. Georgia Tech, you still just conjure up the wishbone is kind of what comes to mind. And Colorado, the only thing I can think of at Colorado is Eric Bieniemy. I wonder why they didn't go after Eric Bieniemy. Wonder if he had no interest in that job. You would think if that had come out,
he's got some stink on him somewhere.
There's a problem.
Yeah,
there's a problem somewhere. But you would think, okay, this dude's supposed to be in line for all these NFL jobs. Wouldn't he love to ride back into, his alma mater and get things turned around?
Well, he goes Eric Bieniemy. I'll go Cordell Stewart. Michael Westbrook.
Sure.
Hail Mary at Michigan. But
they had the 5th down play too. You remember that?
Yeah. Again, we're talking about the early to mid '90s, just like we do Nebraska. These teams are still kind of looking for it.
And the tough part is when you see Colorado play Nebraska. Like if they were to play each other, mid-season this past year, that'd be an interesting game. No, really wouldn't be two really mediocre football programs.
A Big 8, Big 12 game. Why are they playing each other?
I'm just saying they were
now they're Pac-12 and Big 10.
Right. I'm just saying if you were to see that game on the schedule, if you conjure up the old days, you would go, you know what, that'd be fun to watch. Now it's like,
Tony says Rule isn't as proven as people think. First of all, how proven do you think I think he is? You don't know how proven I think he is.
Well, you're not just people.
I'm a person.
Don't start that.
You're right. My bad. I am a person.
I'm very aware of that.
And I will argue that till the day.
I'm trying to give you the distinction of being Clip Brock, not just people. People is a very general.
I'm a man of the people.
Average consumers.
I'm a person and I'm a people person.
Okay.
I think Rule is proven.
I think Rule's done a great job everywhere he's been, except for the Panthers.
Yeah,
I think he's a college guy.
He is.
What he did at Temple, what he did at Baylor, it kind of speaks for itself. And quite frankly, to get who is proven, like if you said, all right, these guys, Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, I guess is Luke Fickell proven
in my eyes, he's more than proven.
But in that,
a college football playoff.
No, I get that. But in that world, is it going to translate? Because it's a bit different to recruit, to Nebraska than it is to Cincinnati.
I think Fickell's a good coach.
I do too. But it'll. We see that this isn't like the first time we've seen this. Like you look at what's my guy, Central Michigan, that had all the success wherever. I was so fired up about him getting hired. The real rah-rah guy, the row the boat guy.
What's that, Western Mid? I know you're talking about.
The burgundy and gold, he's always has stuff printed on his clothes. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But
is that Minnesota now?
Minnesota came from maybe Central Michigan or something like that.
Fleck.
PJ Fleck. And he was a guy that you thought, this is just, he'll be here 2 or 3 years and he'll move on. And he's, hadn't been heard from again.
So you think something similar could happen with Fickell, where Wisconsin goes 7-5, 8-4 in the Big Ten every year?
I think something will happen with at least 1 or 2 of these moves. I don't know exactly who, but it's, you just don't ever know till you get there.
Fickell, and maybe, I don't know. I feel like he was hoping Ryan Day wouldn't work out at Ohio State, which you polled the Buckeye Nation today. Maybe they want to get rid of him because he just got hammered by Michigan.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But I think Fickell was maybe hoping that didn't work out after Urban Meyer and he could slide right in.
Well, his name came up before. Right as that happened, his name came up as a possible for that.
Just was a little too soon.
So what does it mean for our coach? Anything? You think? The Liberty job, is that enticing?
For Mike Houston?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, again, no inside information. This is just, just two guys
Liberty
talking
probably
sports.
pays their coach more.
Well, they paid him $5 million is what they were paying Hugh Freeze.
But I would think you'd rather be here. What's Liberty's conference situation? Are they going anywhere?
I don't know. But, they got great facilities. They have unlimited dollars.
They got the Lord above.
Well, I mean, we all have that.
Some more than others.
No, it's just how you accept it. But they do have Jerry Falwell. The legacy of.
I'm trying to see what their Liberty became a full-time. We know that. Conference USA. Yeah. So you want to go to the Conference USA, stay in the American with ECU?
You would have.
To answer your question, I don't think he's going to Liberty.
I mean, I don't think so.
And I know you don't either.
But I'm saying, if they paid him half.
Does Liberty want a 7-5 football coach from ECU?
So if you're, and that's a great conversation, or a great comment. And I had this conversation last night with a dear friend. We were talking about that exact thing. And if you're an athletic administrator and you're discussing the possibility of bringing Mike Houston in, and you go, yeah, you know what, he's 7-5, but again, going back to 3 kicks different. It's a whole different conversation. I mean, that's how fragile, that's how thin the line is. And if you're if you're an administrator, it's like, hey, we might be able to kind of get a bargain on this guy. Like, and I'm just using Liberty as an example. We were paying 5. We can maybe get him for 3. 3 kicks different. He's a 10-win coach.
And also, you can say, look at these offensive numbers. They're like top 25 in the nation in all these offensive categories. I mean, we won't. Yeah, you can make yourself.
Right, that's right. It's kind of, and again, I'm not advocating or hoping or anything. I'm just saying, every time that there's a coaching move in one of those types of positions comes about, the programs like East Carolina have to be a little bit leery of saying, okay, how does this affect us?
Sure.
With the new conference, does that, I mean, let's face it, Conference USA and the AAC future, they're not terribly different. Are you pulling them up so we can?
I'm looking at Conference USA. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll agree with me when you see it.
Well, guess what, Mully? We're taking their teams.
That's exactly right.
The best 2 teams this year, UTSA and North Texas,
are coming to right.
We're rating you.
That's exactly right.
The bottom team, Charlotte. Hey, we'll take them too.
Yeah, come on. If we take your best, we'll take your worst.
And right smack in the middle, 4-4, Florida Atlantic. Come on over.
Yeah.
So we're better, but not. To write home about.
Right, that's right. And then it all obviously boils down to money.
Tell you who made a mistake, Louisiana Tech, bottom of the standings, letting Skipper go
win a championship.
No,
yeah.
How about that? Let's take a break. Can you stick? Can Joe hang on? Joe, can you hang on through the break? Let's take a break. We got to take a break. We'll come back with Joe's call. Can you stick around one more second?
Sure.
All right, Mully's here. We're just chatting it up on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you. Hang on for 4 minutes, Joe. Back after this.
U.S. Cellular has always believed that connection is the greatest gift of all. That's why we're giving everyone one line for $29.99 a month with unlimited data this holiday season. That's right, one line, unlimited data for just $29.99 a month. That's more than a great deal. That's locally grown connection from U.S. Cellular. Limited time offer, terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep invites you to come and see their great selection of new cars, trucks, and Jeeps. New inventory is arriving every week in November, and 2022 models come with big rebates and great financing offers. It's the Black Friday sales event going on all month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville.
This just in. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep is selling all new remaining 2022 cars, trucks, and Jeeps at invoice through the end of November. Get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep now and get any new 2022 Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram at invoice now through the end of the month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the craft mill in Greenville. Come see us.
All offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates and subject to credit approval for all APR offers. See dealer for details.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
All anniversaries are special, but because it's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 85th anniversary extravaganza, we packed a lot into our big extravaganza with not one, not two, but 3 ways to save. Extra 10% off, plus $19.37 local delivery, plus 6 months special financing on all in-stock and custom orders. Change your mattress, change your life, and get 48 months special financing during the big 85th anniversary extravaganza on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org / for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com / licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by First Bank. Together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Visit the First Bank location on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville for all your personal and business banking needs. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. See what you did, Mully. Now, Z says, ZD, given the offensive numbers and Houston goes to Liberty, does Donnie Kirkpatrick go too?
Hey, it's whatever you want to dream.
Nobody's good.
No. Who knows if anybody's going anywhere? We were just hypotheticals.
Thick Poppy.
David Ortiz?
No, not Big Poppy. Thick Poppy.
Oh.
Thick says this team is going to be even better next year. All right, could be.
Good.
Maybe. Joe is on the Pit Electric Live line. What's up, Joe?
Hey, guys. Just wanted to ask you, the conversation about if Mike were to go, say, to Liberty or somewhere, which I hope he doesn't, and I hope he gets a nice raise to keep him here. But you were talking about his offensive numbers. And this is a serious question. If his offensive numbers, and I'm assuming that was a compliment, if his offensive numbers are as good as you think they are, then why is it everybody wants to get rid of Donnie Kirkpatrick?
It's a great question. And again, I'm saying that because total offense, East Carolina is number 25 in the country.
Right.
That's not me making us.
Yeah, that's undeniable. That's
a fact. And that is a great question. I've thought of it myself, and I think it's because with if you talk to Tony Collins, the reason he was frustrated all year was because he thought we had great players on offense, and we do in Keaton Mitchell. And Isaiah Winstead and CJ are good players. Ryan Jones is a good player. Calhoun. We thought the numbers would be even better, I guess. And of course, some people disagree with the play calling here and there. So, I mean, I hear exactly what you're saying, Joe. I've had those same thoughts myself. Should we be better than we are offensively, even though we are 25th in the country in total offense? I agree. The numbers don't lie, but the reality is some of this may be a little bit skewed by the fact that we've been starving to have this type of team. Now you get guys that are good players. I don't know about great, super next level players that would catapult you. I mean, what would be the catapult there? Up to 22 in the country, 21, 25 in the country. Obviously, is very respectable. But I hear what you're saying. It just, I think that goes back to we've talked about it before. That's just the definition of the fan base, and it's never going to be good enough.
Right, and if you add on top of that, okay, add insult to injury. You talk about his offensive numbers being number 25 in the country, and you got call after call after call saying we got to get rid of him. On top of being number 25 in the country, if I'm not mistaken, East Carolina has the toughest schedule in the country among the group of 5 schools.
That would be interesting. I would love. I mean, clips hit the Google box right now. That would be. That would actually add validity to I think what you're saying, Joe.
I don't know. I think with our non-conference schedule, I don't know if that's true or not. But I mean,
we'll see. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting though, and again, Joe, all we were saying was, would Liberty be even intriguing to Coach Houston? And I think only he and his family can answer that. It's also amazing to me how much more money Liberty is paying their coach than quite frankly, than we could probably afford to pay ours.
And what I find, first of all, I think we do need to give him an increase because I think we do need to keep him. But what I find amazing is how short our fan base memories are, because I still remember Scotty, and I remember those years. And, it's like, guys, you're looking a gift horse in the mouth with what we got. You need to quit all this complaining because we're one step away from being where we were.
Yeah,
Joe, improvement.
And look, I had that discussion too, and the detractor to that would say, okay, so you're fine with a 7-5 team that barely gets by. No, of course not. But that's the conversation, and it just goes round and round in circles when you talk to people that.
Yeah, well, for him being here 4 years, I'll take 7-5 the third and the fourth year. Do I want improvement? Yes, but for right now, I think the improvement has been absolutely drastic.
No doubt. Joe, good to hear from you, man.
Okay, thanks, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
All right, there's Joe in Greenville. You can give us a call, 317-1250. So I have found this power ranking schedule. It has East Carolina number 69 in the country. Houston is ahead as far as strength of schedule goes. SMU, South Florida also ahead. And I believe those are the only 2 group of 5 schools that are ahead. Navy as well. So, and BYU. All right. I just counted 4 or 5 there. So, but number 69, strength of schedule, tougher than Virginia Tech, tougher than Cincinnati, Duke. So some Power 5 teams in there in the mix. But, so there's that.
Yeah. No, look, and again, I didn't, mean to poke the bee's nest. I just think it's fascinating as these coaching changes start happening that you kind of have to wonder, how it affects close to home.
Ross said, Joe in Greenville? Yeah, right. Nice try, Donnie.
That's pretty good.
I will say Donnie has a pretty distinctive voice, so that was definitely not Donnie Kirkpatrick. That was the artist formerly known as UPS Joe calling in.
There you go.
Today on the show. All right, so there is that. What else you got, Mully? What are you and your friends talking about at Tiebreakers these days?
Was it just me, or did the Packers look better with Jordan Love?
Oh, they got down the field pretty quick.
Well, I tell you what else. I thought there was a little more enthusiasm from the coaching staff, from everybody. I don't know if that's a gleeful surprise that he played as well as he did, or that they were, the guy left the room that maybe makes it a little tense. And that's what you see with bad chemistry, and you got to wonder how much has Aaron Rodgers alienated himself. Furthermore, I think that was in a microcosm that you saw the future of not only the Packers but NFL football. The days are changing where the guys, the quote unquote pocket passer, and Aaron Rodgers has always been fairly mobile. But those days are changing, and they had to respect the run ability of Jordan Love. But I just thought they looked. Literally, the guys seemed to have a little more pep. And there were smiles, and it looked like there was some dudes playing football.
I'm sure there's absolutely something to that. Good news for Mully and all Packers fans. Aaron Rodgers plans on playing this week.
Great. So we'll lay another egg.
And not to start anything, this is truly baiting here, but Rodgers saying, was it after the game where he said, as long as we are not mathematically eliminated, I'd like to play.
Right.
And I get that. And probably everybody feels that way. But is that just another so once we're out of it, what, you're just splitting on us?
Yeah, you got
to play the rest of the year?
You got 50 million reasons to play regardless of where the math is.
Right. So
listen, you know where I stood on this going into the season.
You called this early.
I just it's time to sever the tie and send him somewhere that he's got a chance to run them out in the first round.
Send them to Indianapolis. They like to bring in a new quarterback every year,
a new old guy,
and it doesn't look like Matt Ryan is going to be the future there.
No.
So
did they ever think Matt Ryan would be the future there? What would define the future?
No. I'm not saying they thought that.
No, but
I'm saying he's not the now.
Did they think they would get 3 or 4 years? What's also funny with me is how the first win that Saturday had, everybody was like, "I told you," I watched the highlights of the game. I did not watch the game last night. There was some clock management there at the end that you would go, well, you would think you'd take a timeout, but. When they turned the ball over on downs, it wasn't the clock didn't expire. The clock didn't run out with them trying to set the ball. It was 30 seconds left. So it was kind of.
But that was the third down play where he didn't call a timeout.
Right, I thought I agree, but it wasn't. Again, we've seen games where it was really poor clock management, and the time runs out as the official spotting the ball. So, but with 3 timeouts, that was kind of Dean Smith-like, right? Go to the locker room with timeouts in your pocket. But it was, it's so funny with him. Just how the general public reacts. It's almost like they're just waiting on Jeff Saturday to lay an egg. And maybe that was an egg he laid.
Well, it depends on what side you're on.
Well, quite frankly, it's an Indy. So, I don't know. If he's not coaching there, we're not talking about Indy right now.
Correct. They are, because they are super boring to watch.
Terrible.
And they let the most boring team in the league look exciting last night.
Right.
The Steelers. They are the ones that are boring. And this is the society we're in now. People were pulling up Jeff Saturday old tweets where he was like, coming up on today's show, we're going to talk about timeouts because coaches don't know how to use them. Stuff like that. So that's a perfect encapsulation of what we do today. And, hey, I love using people's words against them. So,
well, he had to know going into this was part of it. I do think.
I'm sure he doesn't care.
And I thought today it'd be interesting if he's back in the booth next year, not on a sideline, and just to hear him go, this is almost like a field trip for a sports broadcaster. Hey, we're going to let you manage the team, so now when you come back into the Crystal Palace, you'll be able to tell us what it was really like.
Well, you were kind of worried about Savannah Bananas Ball infiltrating into real sports. This is kind of, they're just letting this guy take over.
That's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I see what your analogy is.
Next week, he's going to be playing center.
Look, he's probably more suited for that.
How cool would that be, though? Player coach in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to.
Who was the last player coach in pro sports, Mully?
Might have been. Pete Rose was at one point. Maybe even Dave Winfield maybe had a stint as a player coach. And I'm pretty sure basketball has had some player coaches. Maybe
Bill Russell?
Maybe Bill Russell. Yeah. I don't know.
I have to look that up. Mully says he has not watched 1 second of the World Cup. USA will be playing 9 a.m. in the knockout stage against the Netherlands. So Mully will continue.
Give me probably another opportunity not to watch it. Hey, you know what? Here's my thing with soccer, or with soccer. I don't understand them adding the time on to the end of the game. If there's time out, why not just stop the clock?
Well, the clock is a major issue with people because A, it counts up and not down.
Right.
B, they don't stop it; they let it run.
Just stop
and add time.
Right, and the other thing is kind of like the NBA. And you're seeing more and more of this in NFL. The dudes taking dives.
Oh well, that's
But it's always the flop has always been a thing in soccer and obviously the NBA. But now you're starting to see it more in the NFL. It's like a couple examples this past weekend.
College basketball has taken a step to try to penalize flopping. Now there's a call for it.
Is that it?
That refs make. Am I doing it right, Chandler? Shirley, is this the flopping? Yeah. Where you get a flop warning? Yeah. Chandler's going more to the side. I'm going straight ahead. It's to the side?
No, he's to the side. That's Houston. That's Mike Houston.
That's
to the side.
Mike Houston's one arm to the
front
side.
is the flopping.
All right.
The flopping.
I think it's to the front, Chandler. Shirley,
it's okay.
I don't know if it's to the front or to the side. I just know that general motion
so that's
is
that.
flopping.
Do you know what this one is?
That's a flop.
So I saw in Minji's Coliseum earlier this year a guy shoot free throws after a flop. The other team got to shoot a free throw against East Carolina. I didn't know that was
it there. Is it a tech after your warning? Okay.
I guess so. So
how do you discern whether or not it's a flop? How long the dude stays on the bench, or
judgment call? Guy goes back.
It's kind of hard to have a judgment call on something that results in an opportunity for the other team to change the scoreboard.
Mully, I revert back to my playing days, organized sports, all the way back to middle school. I didn't
Troy
quite make it as far as you. I think Troy was more.
Troy's an athlete in high school,
like elementary.
No. He's got a leather jacket. I mean, come on.
That is true. But I do remember the charge taking drills. Did y'all have those?
Yeah.
Those are enjoyable.
Yeah.
And you almost are taught to flop. You make a sound. You cover your jewels, take the charge, and go ah.
Now, we didn't get into the theatrics, but we did learn to hold our ground. And it's funny, again, my boys love basketball. We've kind of been going through some fundamental stuff lately. And that was one of the conversations of understanding defensive positioning. Like, you can't just run into them because they're both like football. So they kind of mesh the two together, and it's like you can't just run into them, bud. You got to beat them to the spot and establish your position, and then you can potentially draw the charge. But otherwise, it's a foul against you. So anyway,
can we do a video where either you take a charge from me or I take one from you?
No.
All right, I figured I'd ask.
No.
Okay, fine.
No, no, that could go bad so many ways.
I know. It really could. All right, college football Saturday. What championship game?
None.
Okay.
None. Is there anything to be excited about with championship Saturday?
No, but there is Friday night, Utah USC.
That's it.
That's the game I'm looking forward to the most. Is that yours too?
And I think the AAC game.
What about TCU Kansas State? No interest?
TCU should blow them out.
Well, they're not going to do that.
Well, I say
that they did score 60-some points.
Yeah, and TCU's teetered every game. Like, they get closer and closer to losing.
Well, they totter,
and some fall down. But that game still doesn't get me real excited. The
LSU,
ACC
Georgia, no.
The ACC games,
no.
Who cares?
Purdue, Michigan, no.
No.
UCF, Tulane,
no.
Yep. All right. Friday night's the one I'm.
Yeah, and I said no to UCF Tulane. That game, I think, because it does dictate who goes to one of the bigger bowls. So, I memean, that's something that as a university, as an athletic department, we should have interest in because we get a little trickle down dollars the better the bowls. So.
And Mully, I remember I mentioned this. We were talking about this at Tiebreakers. I don't know if it's a possibility, but bowls should be about attractive matchups and stuff for the fans. How about LSU Tulane Sugar Bowl?
That would have been fun.
In the dome. What do you mean would have been? Like it could be.
Well, no, you're saying, bowl game. I was still stuck on championship weekend. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Tulane, LSU.
Yeah.
I mean.
Why not?
That would be amazing. Brian Kelly, do it for the family.
So I guess we're still, what are we thinking, Fenway and Syracuse? And that's kind of nostalgic, right? Syracuse?
Well, so I said earlier that somebody that's floating out there that maybe Fenway wants Cincinnati.
Right.
Your response was Cincinnati's not going there.
I wouldn't think so.
But what are their other options? They don't have more attractive options. They're not going to a big bowl.
No, but I mean, I guess my point is they probably reputationally will be able to call their shot a little more so than us.
My question is, what's the best?
I don't even know what the best AAC game is.
Probably the Fenway. No, it's not the Fenway, but I don't know. Like, they don't want to go to Birmingham or Myrtle Beach or I don't know.
I don't know. If you're Cincinnati, a little trip down to Dirty Myrtle, no head coach, and
they got lakes. They got lakes in Ohio, right?
Yeah,
no beach. Okay, sorry, I don't know geography as well as you. You know what? I'm gonna make a. I guess a confession. What continent is Iran?
Don't stop.
No,
stop.
Why?
Stop.
Are you worried you're not gonna know?
What continent is what?
Iran in.
That would be the African continent.
Exactly.
Maybe?
You don't know either. I was shocked.
Why does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Well, why
but it's a fact. But I was shocked. Like, I didn't know it was an Asian country.
Okay.
And neither did you.
No, I didn't.
So now you know, and you can tell your boys. And they'd be like, why does it matter? And you say, everything matters, son. It's knowledge. Learn it. Live it. Iran in Asia. Who knew? Who knew?
Boy, you talk about a tough homecoming.
Yeah.
Those cats are going to have a tough homecoming.
That they will. Maybe it's a good thing we don't care about soccer.
No. Who was it that the team that had the big upset over Argentina?
So there was Shirley. What were the big upsets early on? Saudi Arabia beat Argentina.
Saudi Arabia is the one that everybody got a Rolls Royce or something. Every player on the team got a Bentley or a Rolls or something. Yeah.
And then you had
and in that country, a Bentley or a Rolls is like the equivalent of a Corolla around here. As far as
that's a way to bring it right now.
And way to crap on Chandler's car.
No. What I mean by that is the.
No, actually, she's saying that's like Rolls like. You're rolling in a Rolls.
No, what I'm saying is it's very common for Saudi Arabians to be driving those types of cars, is what I'm trying to say. It's a very common vehicle.
Is Rolls Royce still like, is that still?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Still at the top.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still
I feel like I heard about that more as a kid than I do now. Like, maybe in rap. Maybe I don't listen to rap anymore.
I was going to say it's not really related to that, but related to the cars and Qatar thing.
Cars in Qatar.
At the airport, they have things like ridiculous things like McLarens and Rolls and Ferraris that you can buy in the duty shop there.
So instead of like a magazine or like a snack,
you might pick up a Ferrari.
Airports, you pick up
tax free.
That'd be nice.
Well, I mean, if you don't have to pay taxes on it, let's get two.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I got a steal. Let me call see if my buddy wants one too.
Yeah, right.
Make a deal.
How do you get that across the big pond, though? I guess you have to pay taxes when it comes in.
That's my question.
Yeah. Put it in your suitcase.
I do not think it is for international purposes
right.
such.
Right.
Yeah. It's for every time it's your vacation card.
I got it.
Right. Some people get a rental. Some people just buy.
Some people have golf carts, and some people have McLarens.
They're just going to trash for the week and then be done with it.
I think I would rent one.
Probably would.
Yeah.
Mully, thanks for hanging out, man.
No, it's good.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, buddy.
Mike Mullis joining us. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2. Bryce Williams going to join us hour 3. What is his bowl destination preference? We'll talk about that, his bowl experiences, and more. Coming up later on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you on a Tuesday after this.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated chili lime glory, and you can get a pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get a legendary pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Revive Health and Wellness of Greenville is here to enhance your health, assist you with weight loss goals, improve your overall feeling of well-being, elevate your natural beauty, and to give you the confidence that you need and deserve. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Visit them at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805 or go online at revivehealthwellness.org.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by First Bank. Together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Visit the First Bank location on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville for all your personal and business banking needs. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? Well, you can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. You can subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Bryce Williams is here. Now, this is not part of Bryce's official segment. This is like a bonus.
Yeah.
A little bonus, Bryce. This is not a gotcha question because I didn't know the answer to this, and Mike Mullis did not know the answer to this. USA earlier today beat Iran 1-0 to advance in the World Cup. What continent is Iran a part of?
That is, it's not, is it Asia?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Well, you're correct, sir.
There we go.
Bryce is my geography guy. Who knew?
Ready.
Yeah, I had no. And then again, but where would I put it if I didn't put it in Asia? Europe, Africa, and I did look at a world map, and it is it's right there near the edge of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, there you go, folks. Now you know.
Asia.
It is in Asia. That is your geography lesson, Bryce. Man, I don't think I took a picture of our Thanksgiving draft last week. But how many items from your draft did you eat on Thanksgiving? Do you know? So you probably didn't have pork chops.
No, I would have had pork chops. I did have several deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah? You know what? They were available at my dinner. I didn't have a one. Just didn't find room on my plate for one.
I think I ended up eating at Anna's grandma's. I know I ate, I think, 6.
6?
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
I easily had close to 10 throughout the.
You
break.
about had a dozen deviled eggs.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
I guess technically it's half an egg, right? So,
yeah.
All right. So yeah.
Not too bad. I did have oyster dressing, which I didn't know, but Anna's mom cooked it.
I had a little bit of that too. That was available at my second Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't even really like it, but I'm going to have some just to say I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was a surprise to me. I did have didn't I say broccoli casserole?
Yep.
I had that, and I did have Ooh. You know what I did? I don't know if I had pumpkin pie. I don't think it was available, though. I don't think they cooked it.
I had some nanner pudding for dessert. And a little small piece of some kind of lemon cake. That was very tasty.
Yeah, I like lemon.
It was good. All right, so had a good Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Good to hear. Good to hear. And back ready to go. We will talk to Bryce about the coaching carousel. You got some thoughts on that. Bowl destinations for the Pirates. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors. Yeah. And I guess we could recap, I don't know, get your thoughts on ECU's last win.
Yeah.
It was a win, and I said this, it felt like a UConn win years ago where almost like we deserved to win because we made plays, and those guys deserved to win. But it felt like if we'd have lost, we could have understood why.
Yeah,
there was plenty of reasons.
Most definitely.
So we'll dive into all that. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. We've got a giveaway for you as well. More to go on PRL. Bryce Williams here for the final hour. Back with you after this.
Don't stress this holiday season. Give the gift of beauty. A gift certificate from Beauty Bar Medi Spa will not only bring a smile to that special someone, it will smooth wrinkles, tighten skin, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair. Visit the professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa in Greenville. Available now. Gift certificate specials for her or him. And BOGO stocking stuffers. You save and they glow. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Go Pirates.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners Independent Agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance. This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Pabst is the place where friends come to gather. A place where the party naturally goes. A place where someone is microwaving a burrito. A place where... a kitchen. It's a kitchen. Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a pizza oven. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. UniversitySportswearENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, UniversitySportswearENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit UniversitySportswearENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At Angel Oak, they continue to make customer service a number one priority. A local mortgage advisor is the key to your transaction success. The combination of their local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for every financial situation. For more information, call Talbot Green, Braxton Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
Just a couple of guys talking football, one that knows football and one that doesn't. Bryce Williams and I. And talking about the back shoulder fade, Bryce, where it's such a beautiful thing and works so often, but it feels like to me it's just a very, like there's some luck involved to it. Where, like, if your receiver keeps running up the field, you're basically throwing up a punt for somebody. You know, but again, if it's well executed, you were saying that it's almost impossible to stop because the receiver's got his guy basically boxed out. And we just saw a T. Higgins play that looked too easy, but there's a lot of skill and maybe a slice of luck, I guess, that goes into it.
Oh, yeah. Which, like I was saying, it's not even a predetermined thing most of the time. It's just the quarterback making the read on where the defender is on the receiver. And it's really a feel thing. Once the ball's in the air, the receiver kind of automatically knows, oh, this is about to be, back shoulder, makes the adjustment for that catch. Because, he's throwing it away from the DB or, defender. So really the defender doesn't really have any chance.
How about old Deshaun Jackson still making catches down the field at his age? We're about to see some Zay highlights. And Zay Jones, his biggest day as a pro, and had the game-winning 2-point conversion in the Jags win over Baltimore. So Donnie Kirkpatrick was listing off like all the great players he's coached over the years. And, you certainly were one of those, but it might have helped that did you see him last weekend when you were you and Shane?
Yeah.
He did mention your name at the end. He went
man.
like Zay and Hardy and Carden and Bryce.
Well,
so you got a mention there,
Coach
Bryce.
Jay. That makes
A well-deserved mention, I should say.
Thank you. I did my best for the team.
But Zay had some ECU-like catches. I think his was on third. I don't think it was this one. No, that was Marvin Jones. I think it's this one coming up. He had a big one on second or third down that got the team down the field, and just kind of looked like his old self. But good for him, paying off. Here you go. That's some Zay right there.
Oh, man.
That's some pretty work down at the 10.
That's a good catch.
Trevor Lawrence and company getting it done against the Ravens. I don't think that was a catch. What do you think, Bryce?
Ooh.
They're going to say his ankle got down. And only got one, but they're saying one knee is 2 feet, right? They're calling it like shin ankle.
Oh, so shin ankle is
2 feet.
Dude, they're making some adjustments on what's the catch now.
I know, and I like it.
Oh yeah, because what was it? Was it like 2 years ago, 3 years maybe? And it was like, what is a catch? I mean, I feel like that was a big talk.
Yep.
Of, what's the catch? And they're just going through all these scenarios and.
I like giving the benefit to the receiver in those situations.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So if they're going to ease up on those, then I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're going to keep it strict, if that went against my team, I would be pretty upset.
Yeah. And Just Tucker hits a bomb.
Nope, he's washed. He can't make a 65-yarder. He's washed.
Oh, God, he needs to retire. That's pathetic.
Get out of here.
I thought he was professional.
He was right down the middle, though.
Dang.
All right, Bryce and I watching a little NFL highlights. We could watch the ECU Temple highlights, but we'd be here all night because neither team could stop anybody on Saturday, Bryce. It was a, 49-46? Final.
Hey, almost 100 dang points scored.
Yeah, and let's start offensively. I haven't seen really a one-man takeover like that since Chris Johnson and his days. But Keaton Mitchell, 300 total yards, 4 touchdowns. What a performance from him on Saturday.
Yeah, those are pretty much some all-star numbers there. So thank goodness for Keaton Mitchell having the day he did. And obviously that contributes to, the O-line blocking and doing their deal up front. Receivers blocking downfield is a big part. And then, of course, you just give it to Keaton and his speed and ability. So it's nice to see because you obviously see who the better player is, as far as my guy versus your guy, and Keaton's certainly was our guy to show out and make a fool of some of them Temple DBs.
Holden Ahlers was outdueled by E.J. Warner. Holden Ahlers had 213 less passing yards, and he still had a 300-yard day with 3 touchdowns. That just tells you how many yards Warner had. Like, Holden had a good statistical day.
Yeah.
25 of 37, 314, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And you look at E.J. Warner, 527 yards, 5 touchdowns, and did have a pick.
That's like his I guess Kurt Warner threw some picks too, but that's some Kurt Warner stats there.
Yeah, and the problem is how many of those were like contested throws?
Right.
They were just wide open, bro.
Oh yeah, was it the middle of field that was getting picked off quite a bit? But was he a freshman too? Is that right?
Yeah,
freshman. So
we got a
we have Mully on the line.
No, this isn't good. What you got, Mully?
I got it, Bryce. I know you're a smart guy. You're an avid outdoorsman, and I admire that. But I got to throw a flag on the age answer. I've got to think that you heard that on the way in.
Wait, which thing?
You're going back to that? We've moved on from that. He's saying
it took me a minute to call. If not, that is brilliance personified. That is a
which thing?
He's you knowing that Iran is in Asia.
Oh no, that was off the top of the head. That's all pure knowledge. I had no idea.
Wow, that
was a pop quiz.
Body right there.
Yeah, I paid attention.
Dude, that's going to stick with Mully. Mully has never been wrong on the show. Not that you were wrong, Mully, but we both didn't know it.
Yeah.
Mully's going to be asking everybody. Ask your tiebreakers, buddy. See what they say.
Yeah, that was pop quiz right there. I did not study for that.
Well, nicely done.
Thank you.
Is that it, Mully?
You boys.
All right. That's going to get to Mully because he's not wrong a lot. And that's going to bug him. But I had no idea. And Bryce is our geography guy.
I like some geography. My dad was a geologist, but that's kind of not really geology. But it's
what is geology? What do they do?
Geologists. Well, Dad did thing with like groundwater studies and things like that, and like contaminated groundwater and things like that. But he went to obviously ECU and did like field work and went out and did all sorts of topo maps and things like that. But Dad likes maps as well, so I think that's where I got it from.
How about that? Yeah. How about that? A man of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like because you gotta know where you're at. You know.
Yeah.
Says, hey, you're in Iran. It's like, okay, let me look at where I gotta go. Do I go north, south? I go south. Which I'm just saying.
Here's my thing. Not only, and I may sound like a dumb American here, and that's fine. I am what I am. But like the look of when you think Asian, you have a certain look in mind.
For sure.
And then so that's one factor of it. And then also the cultures, religion.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Right.
That I just don't put those together.
No, not at all. I feel like it could be its own little Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
All them things could be their own little
region, that's how I feel.
But they're part of Asia.
Uh-huh. So
I wouldn't call them Asian, but
they are.
That's where they are.
We beat Asians today on the pitch. So there you go. And the reason I found that out was because they all kept saying Iran is the best Asian country left here in the World Cup, and I was like, well, how about that?
Yeah,
never would have known. All right, if you have any geography questions, let us know, 317-1250, or if you want to chime in. Back to the game itself. Oh, people are still talking about this. Steve says, isn't Iran about 2,000 miles from Africa? Yeah, it could be.
I don't know all that now.
Let's see. John says he's going to call his shot. He's going to win tomorrow's giveaway, and then he's going to win the first prize of the treasure chest Thursday, December 1st. John, I guarantee you will not do that. Do you know how well, first of all, I can control who wins. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't do that. Keep it fair. The treasure chest will not be open December 1st or December 2nd. The treasure chest, Shirley Rhodes, opens up Monday, December 5th, correct? Monday, December 5th, the treasure chest will open up. When you hear that sound. So what John wanted to do was win on November 30th, and he wanted to go back-to-back days. So sorry, John. You can still... How about this, John? How about you win Wednesday, last day of November, Thursday, first day of December, and that won't be a part of the treasure chest. So then you could win Monday. You could go Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, right? I think that's right. So you could try that on for size. All right, Bryce, what's wrong with our defense?
I'm not a defensive guru, but there was a lot of points. I guess just look at the points given up, yards, and maybe the middle of the field.
Middle of the field. Well, that was a big topic on the post game. So I said, what is wrong with this team? What has happened to this defense? And Billy Weaver, sitting in that chair right where you are, bearded gentleman, fine guy. He's all right. Billy Weaver, good guy. He says, Clip, nothing's changed with this defense. Teams realized that you can't run the ball on East Carolina.
Yeah.
Which they had 48 rushing yards. We'll take that every day, twice on Saturday.
Yep.
And he said, you can throw all over the middle of the field on ECU.
Yeah.
Houston did it. Temple did it. Whoever our bowl opponent is will probably try to do it. And he's saying that it's been the same this entire year. Teams are finally exploiting it.
I guess a lot of films out there now.
That sounds right to me, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got a lot of film out there. I mean, I think it's great we can stop the run as effective as we can. The perimeter, is handled pretty well. I guess, like I said, I'm not a defensive guru, so I mean, I don't know. Couldn't tell you what defense covers the middle of the field. I guess, cover three, you got, three guys deep. However the linebackers drop, things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they found the middle of the field on us.
Speaking of linebackers, saw this earlier today on social media. Xavier Smith putting out little written statement here, and
gracious.
He thanks his teammates, the university, talks about his academic advisors, talks about Scotty Montgomery, Mike Houston. It says, due to circumstances I've been placed in beyond my control, I've now decided to transition my focus to finally getting completely healthy, both mentally and physically. I'll appear to chase my dreams. So this sounds like to me he will not be participating in the bowl game for East Carolina.
Is he a senior?
Yes, he's done. So
is he looking to rest up for like the league or something?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
don't know. It'd be a shame it'd be hard to pass up your last, your bowl opportunity, your, I guess, only bowl opportunity since you've been playing.
Yeah.
To not go. I mean, I don't know what other issues there may be, but
yeah,
I'd probably ride it out and finish my season out for sure.
Yeah. So it appears, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to Xavier next Monday and talk about that on the Players Lounge. This was kind of, I don't know if this was funny or if it was an answer, a direction on where ECU may go bowling. But we put up a video, Pirate Radio, of Troy and I talking about if they go to Fenway and play in that bowl game, and it could snow and be, awful weather and all that. And it said, with the Fenway Bowl a possibility for ECU football, could a snow game be in store for the Pirates? And Gerard Stringer just quote tweeted and said, no. Now, I don't know if that's him saying, no, I don't want to play in the snow, give me a warm bowl game destination, or if he's saying, like, no, we're not going to that bowl, and he knows something we don't. I think it's the former, where he's saying, no thanks on the snow.
Yeah.
I'll take a nicer weather bowl.
Yeah, I would take a nicer weather bowl for sure. I'm playing I've actually never really played in the snow like that, but I guess it can drop down in Boston. What are our bowl options besides Fenway? Do we know that list?
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about some of the bowl options and opponents, dates, times, all that. We'll give you that info, Bryce. And talk more with Bryce Williams. We'll also make you a winner coming up at the end of our next segment. It's all on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Here on a Tuesday, we also have a soccer question, and we'll run this one by Bryce coming up when we return. It's a great question, Bryce. We'll get to that when we return after this.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo!
That means those pregame barbecues with an ice-cold Pepsi? Totally back. Your perfectly placed football-watching corner seat back and comfy as ever. 18 Sundays of touchdown scoring, Hail Mary throwing, ice-cold Pepsi flowing football action. You better believe it's back. And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. And when we say always, we mean always. Like when your lawn is looking less like a lawn and more like a jungle. If the game's on, then the lawnmower ain't. And those gutters you haven't cleaned, today is not their day. Or maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The Angus Grill is your premier spot for the best burgers, cheesesteaks, and brisket sandwiches around. Join us for our unmatched variety of burger combinations. From the mushroom bacon Swiss burger to the jalapeno popper burger to the original Angus classic. Pair that burger with our amazing onion rings, tots, fries, or sweet potato fries. Angus Grill, with 4 amazing locations in eastern North Carolina, including Winterville near Pitt Community College, on Jarvis Street in uptown Greenville, and on Statensburg Road near the hospital. It's the best burger around, guaranteed.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Oh man, what is this? A split cam with me and Bryce? This looks funky.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You're like looking off. How about that? So you gonna say hi to your mom?
Late.
Hey mom.
It's frozen.
Oh, here's your soccer question, Bryce.
Uh-oh.
I'll let everybody answer this one. Did you play soccer growing up? You'd have been a good goalie.
I did till about 4th grade, I think it was.
Well, you're too good of an athlete, probably. Well, they put good athletes in goalie, but you're so tall. They usually have the tallest guy at goalie. But.
I was a fullback, defense.
So you were playing some D. Mm-hmm. Mike P says, if you are the goalie and have a nice, thick, big, sturdy afro, could you place the ball inside your afro and simply run full speed into the opposing goal? What do you think, Bryce? Does that count?
You know, I don't know.
Because there's no traveling.
No traveling. You can touch it with your hands, but I wonder.
You can't. Well, the goalie could. Well, but the goalie.
I think there's a border or something.
So the goalie
right?
can't leave the box with the ball in his hands.
Right.
But again, the ball is in his hair.
So he's not. It's just could get stuck. Right?
Yeah.
Or you put it up there.
Or better yet, if you are just a regular guy out on the field and the goalie kicks it to you and you catch it in your afro.
Head, it's like you're balancing because you can balance the ball on your head.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen that in like Big Green or something.
So I guess if you run full speed into the goal and just shake it out of your hair, then that would be a goal. I'm going to say goal.
I'm going.
All right.
I'm going goal.
Shirley, you probably watch more soccer than any of us. What do you think about that?
I would say, for all intents and purposes, that would be a legal play.
There we go.
I mean, you can't use your hands, but you can use any other facet of your body.
Why has nobody thought of this?
Dang.
I don't know. I mean, if they could somehow figure out how to get the ball tucked underneath your shirt, you could do that too.
If it was a bald goal, you could put like the pine tar on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a viable option.
I don't know. Can you use it? Would the umpire come out and like do tests like they do on pitchers?
Head.
We used to run a play called Booby in the backyard on kickoffs, where it's kicked, somebody fields it, everybody huddles up, and everybody gets like this, and you put it under one guy's shirt, and we all go running out. And they don't know who's got it under their shirt. It's a genius play.
Yeah.
Why haven't we seen that in college football?
I don't know. I don't know what these teams are doing out here, but they need some innovative minds like ours.
There's no creativity.
I agree.
These days.
No creativity. Just a bunch of boring stuff. All right, so bowls, Bryce. It felt like, and I'll just say I was told by a source, a secondhand source, a source told a source, that if ECU beat Temple, it was leaning towards ECU playing in the Fenway Bowl. Well, ECU did win that game, but today, more whispers in the wind that maybe Fenway wants, say, Cincinnati to play in their bowl, and not an East Carolina or another team. So that could be their destination. So what does that mean for ECU? There are some other options we have been talking about. So Fenway is December 17th at 11 a.m.
Hope it's that one, Celebration Bowl.
It is definitely not that one.
Darn it.
That is for HBCU.
Oh.
Yeah. We will not be in the Celebration Bowl. The Frisco Bowl has an AAC tie-in, but that feels like they're going to get somebody more Western in the conference in Texas. All right, Myrtle Beach. How about our very own Troy D? Ear to the ground. Tweeted earlier this afternoon saying, boy, I'm really dragging this out. I'm hearing from good sources that the Myrtle Beach Bowl is still strongly in play for ECU. If that was to happen, it would be the easiest and most convenient bowl game for the fans to get to.
Yes.
So Myrtle Beach is Monday, December 19th at 2:30 against a Sun Belt team. So the opponent, I need to factor that in. Sun Belt, Myrtle Beach, ACC would be the opponent in the Fenway Bowl. You'd get a crack at potentially Cuse, Duke, Wake, maybe one of those teams.
You play in Coastal Carolina Stadium, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not really
Stadium's not great.
Yeah.
The factor there is you would that would be good for fans.
Yeah.
And also it would be warmer weather, obviously, than Boston, Massachusetts. Let me find the bowl partner for the Boca Raton, or does anybody have that information?
Boca Raton would be nice.
Off the top of their head. I know that would be tough for Chandler to get, so he's just going to sit back in his chair.
He could drive down there. He's got good gas mileage, right?
Oh, Chandler could drive. I'm saying he can't find out who the bowl opponent
he's stretching.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on. Studio B.
Oh, now he's here. Here we go.
It's going to be tough for him.
He wants to join us. Why do his headphones look different now?
J-Man.
Has he always had those?
I didn't hear a word you said. I didn't have my headphones on and our mics on. So
10-4. All right.
Okay.
What did you say? Y'all talking about me?
What conference aligns in the Boca Raton Bowl with the American?
I mean, I figured you know this, but jeez.
Nah.
Is
it the MEAC?
The MEAC?
MEAC-y.
The MEAC doesn't play FBS football, so I'm going to say
not the MEAC.
I'm going to say no.
Not the MEAC.
Mountain West? No, it wouldn't be Mountain West. Jeez.
Not the MAC.
All right, all right. On their website, they're showing the standings for Conference USA, MAC, American, Sun Belt, Mountain West, and also Liberty. So could be open to a number of schools. It wouldn't be a Power 5 opponent. How about that? We could say that.
Okay.
Could be MEAC.
I'd like us to play.
I meant MAC, not MEAC.
Yeah, MEAC. I'd like us to play an ACC team. I mean, Boston would be a cool time, cool experience for the guys for sure. A lot more, exciting. I mean, bowl game is exciting, but Boston I think would be a better time than Myrtle Beach.
Well, there's another one, Bryce. Gasparilla. I've seen people want to get into this one. I believe this is the one with the SEC, right?
Oh.
Yeah, Houston, Auburn, Wake, UConn, UCF, BYU. All right, those are the bowl projections. Somebody said, I believe it was Gasparilla.
Where's that? That sounds like a Texas.
That's Tampa.
Tampa. Oh.
And it's got something to do with Pirates. Let me Google the word Gasparilla.
Yeah.
I said something about that the other day, and I got funny looks.
Well, Gasparilla, there's a softball tournament that's been going on every year down there for ages called the Gasparilla softball tournament down
Chandler,
in Tampa.
I'm sure you deserve the funny looks. Like,
how did I deserve it?
I don't know. What did you say?
I said it has something to do with pirates.
Okay. And what else did you say?
I have no idea.
There had to be more. The Gasparilla Pirate Festival is a large parade held in Tampa almost every year since 1904. So, yeah, something to do down there with the little pirate festival. We'd fit right in. Chandler, good point. You brought that up earlier in the week.
Thank you.
Yep, that would be December 23rd. And I saw a fan saying, I want to take on a bad Missouri team in that game. So you get to say, hey, we beat a SEC team. And it would be like a bad Missouri
We've done
team.
that in a while.
So, Bryce, are you going to a bowl game?
I'll
take that as a.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you would know more than anybody.
It was maybe maybe the Myrtle Beach one.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
The Myrtle Beach one.
So what factors are important to you, Bryce Williams, in 2022? Is it opponent? Is that what it comes down to for you?
For me, it would be opponent.
Yeah. You don't care about location, especially if you aren't going.
Yeah, I think I'd be a more so opponent.
Okay. So you want ACC or SEC?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I tend to agree, but also there is something too about playing like the 9th team in the SEC and they're sitting out half their players, which I'm like, do we even care? Like they're not even trying 100%.
Right. Yeah.
So that kind of bugs me. I don't know.
Or their head coach leaves.
Because like when you played Louisiana and Ohio, those teams were like busting their ass to play.
Oh yeah.
Nobody sat out. Like it was like a real athletic competition.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I tend to like those more than like the Birmingham Bowl against Florida, which, Bryce, it's easy for me to say that y'all aren't trying hard when y'all are bashing each other's heads in every play. But I don't know. Florida, heck, what I remember about that game is their new head coach who had just got hired did an interview for like the entire third quarter while y'all were playing.
Was it McElwain?
Yeah, on ESPN.
Yeah.
And I was like, get this ass clown off the TV.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And let's watch the game.
Dante Fowler played in that game.
Yeah.
Which is kinda strange.
And I cut him. Got him the first time.
Got him.
Second time he was ready and pow right on top of my head. I was like, yikes.
And then the guy pooped his pants.
Pooped his pants.
Did you smell it?
People don't forget. No, I was
it was a running back, so you were on the field.
And then
someone stinky.
Yeah.
Someone smells like stinky.
I think Zeke Bigger tackled him or something.
Knocked the poop right out of him. And then, boy, Shane threw a perfect pass to Vernon Hargraves.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What are you talking about? The TV? Oh, when McVay got drilled? That was the hit of the week.
He got smacked.
Yeah.
And whatever, number 49, he just, like, kept on running.
Well, yeah, it's probably in the middle of a play. Look at his face.
Oh, man.
It's right in the kisser.
You know, that didn't feel good.
No. Yeah, he got popped pretty good.
Yikes.
All right, Bryce, so you were what, 1 and... Did you play in the Louisiana Bowl? In the Carrier Dome?
I don't know. What year was that? 2012?
Yeah. R&L Carriers.
I think I might have done like a special teams thing. I really can't remember.
Did you get a ring or anything? Did y'all get rings for losing bowl games?
Yeah, it was stupid.
Okay, I appreciate you saying that.
No, I'm not a fan of rings, and I will never wear that.
Y'all got a ring for?
Oh yeah,
even if y'all lost.
Participation trophy, man. Everybody's got to get one.
Remember the team got bowl rings last year.
Yeah.
Didn't even play in the game.
Yeah, participation, man. Can't hurt feelings.
See, that's a whole different
Everybody knows
story.
I like your attitude about that, Bryce.
Oh, it's dumb. Might as well use it as a egg weight.
Now,
I mean, it's a great time, and I'm thankful for the opportunity, but I don't care for. Why would I wear a ring?
A ring? What do the rings say? Just like a participant.
R&L Carriers
like
New Orleans
the bowl
Bowl.
game.
Participant.
Your name and jersey.
No, it doesn't
they didn't
say
say participant, but
Well, damn sure don't say winner.
It was a cool ring, but I'll just never wear it. I never really.
I
wear
didn't
my
know
bowl
that.
rings.
That is lame.
Yeah.
Sure.
I wore the same. And now, if I ever was to wear one, I would wear the St. Pete's Bowl.
It's got
Hey,
a
man,
big.
look at that guy. He's got a big old. Is that a Super Bowl ring? Nah, man, we lost the R&L Carriers. Carrier Bowl.
I was in it. I went to it.
I got some special teams reps. Yours with the one you wear has a big piece of beef on it, right? Is that the Beef O'Brady's?
That's a hot dog.
It's got a
hot little mini wiener on it.
A winter ring.
He's being serious.
He ain't being serious.
No, it doesn't have a hot dog on it.
But that is the bowl win. And then did you get one for the Birmingham Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Bryce, you got a lot of rings. That
is news to
I've got
bring
both
up
of my
bad.
both of my Beef O'Brady rings are winners.
Oh, yeah.
Played at Marshall when we won it.
You got double beef.
Double beef.
You're a two-time beef champ?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
People ask
You're
where
a two-time beef bowl champ?
Beef bowl champ.
Where's the beef? Right here.
Dang right.
I'm sitting next to him.
Two-time champ. Beef champ.
So, yeah, the Beef O'Brady's Bowl. Good memories for old Bryce. All right. Let's take a break. Jay says Boca is Group of 5 or Army. Thank you, Jay. Scott saying MAC, Conference USA, AAC. Thank you. All right, let's take a break. Let's open up the booty bag, Shirley Rhodes.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, Shirley, what are we giving away today?
A shrimp taco lunch, courtesy of Chico's.
Can you make them beef tacos? Or?
I
ground beef.
Don't know.
Why would you?
Speak to Ellerbe.
The shrimp is shrimply delicious.
Beef tacos.
Shrimply delicious?
As Mike Mullis would say. 317-1250. What call are you looking for?
I'm going to go with caller 6.
Caller 6. Sorry, we're back with more on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service. Love is never having to say you're sorry for your internet, because with Metronet, you get fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds you'll love with unlimited data, so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. Metronet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch to Metronet today at metronet.com/switch. Metronet, love your internet.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you. UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Have you experienced increased aches and pains recently? Have you heard of CBD? Hemp Garden is your premier CBD retailer in Eastern North Carolina. Do you find yourself having anxiety or in need of extra sleep support? Hemp Garden has a variety of Delta 8 and hemp-derived Delta 9 products that can assist with those issues. If you're unable to stop by the store, don't worry. Give them a call today at 413-6100 for a consultation, and they'll ship right to your door. Hemp Garden, 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
It's the season for warmer clothes, hot apple cider, and changing leaves. But what doesn't change and what won't change is our commitment to your complete satisfaction each and every time you visit our dealership. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Complete customer satisfaction isn't just a seasonal thing, it's delivered every day. That's why we are the place to find your next truck or SUV. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet. Visit today or see us on the web.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultation is available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and congratulations to Harvey Odom of Winterville. Picked up a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus, ice cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live.
Jeez, not drunk.
We just saw the defensive guy for the Broncos yelling at Russell Wilson. We talked about that either yesterday or earlier today. Bryce, you don't have to name names. Did you ever have? I know you didn't. How many shouting matches go on between, like, teammates during the season? I mean, I'm sure it happens. Right? Fights, things like that.
I think during the games, I never really saw any. I mean, practice guys get mad, and Chippy, mainly the linemen and stuff. Linemen or linebackers and things like that.
Just tired of beating on each other. And
probably, yeah. Tempers get hot, especially during camp. I don't really recall many guys getting, yelling at each other during any of the games, which is good. I guess we had good team animosity. Is that right?
No, animosity is a bad thing.
Yeah, good team. Gotta help me out here. Animosity was what I was looking for in the previous sentence. So
I say this: camaraderie.
Yeah, there we go.
Camaraderie.
Yeah,
camaraderie.
Because I said a few weeks ago, commodity.
And
then I quickly rebounded. And I said, wait, that doesn't sound right.
Camaraderie, animosity. You can see where it gets mixed up. They sound the same.
Kinda. Big words. Words. All right. Good team camaraderie. Chemistry was another.
Chemistry. Cohesion.
Oh, here we go.
Good. You have a plethora of words.
I'm an encyclopedia. Dictionary.
Almanac.
Farmer's Almanac.
Thesaurus. I think that's honestly
Is it thesaurus or thesaurus?
It's Thesaurus Rex.
Is it thesaurus? Thesaurus?
Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think it's what it's called. Thesaurus. I honestly meant to say thesaurus when I said almanac. So that one's on me. That was not a joke.
Hey, we're getting a little jumbled up here.
Yeah. How about growing up when we did, well, damn, I'm older. Shirley, when we did. So my parents had like encyclopedias at the house because we didn't have the internet. So we had books, right, Shirley? Like,
oh yeah.
And that's the way it was. Did you have those in your house, Bryce? Encyclopedias?
I don't know if I ever had an encyclopedia, but I think we had a dictionary. I'd look up a few words in like elementary school and stuff.
I had an entire encyclopedia set. I had the Time Life like nature set that you could order like online, or not order online, but like order through a catalog or whatever. And then you had the library. If you couldn't find what you were looking for, like if you didn't have encyclopedias, you had to go to the library and look stuff up in genuine books.
1995, you can get Time Life, Child's First Library of Learning for $80 on Amazon. But I remember those. I used to like the animal ones, and then that was the time that I was like learning about sports, and I would learn. That's kind of how I learned mascots and team nicknames and stuff.
Oh,
like knowing my animals and then putting them where they were.
The encyclopedia is pretty much the internet, but hard copy.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the only problem
without all the fun stuff.
Well, the only problem with that is that you, with encyclopedias, it's not updated information. So you're only up until whatever that current year was.
Yeah.
Oh,
so then you had to update it by ordering another set or ordering an additional book or whatever, because you know, like the internet updates instantaneously, but with encyclopedias, you're only up to whatever your limit is.
Yeah, 1 year lifespan.
Pretty much.
I mean, they're not after 1 year. They might as well.
Although,
I mean, if you're talking history, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, but
yeah, because like I've got books on like you know, when I was growing up in my childhood, I remember when Mount St. Helens erupted in Washington, Washington State. And how much damage that caused. I mean, that was a massive eruption at that time. And so I have like all these history books on what led up to it, what were the signs, and then I have a book of just nothing but pictures of what the aftermath looked like. And so it you know, as far as history goes, you can still use them. But, you know, if you're talking about current events or trying to look up, like, you know, the stats from yesterday or last week, you're not going to find it in an encyclopedia, obviously.
Tony says World Book or Britannica.
Yeah, I had a Britannica. I had a Britannica set.
All right, I don't know if this is a joke, so I don't know what I'm saying here. If I say something bad or, like, I don't know. Tony, he said the elephant section underwent crazy revisions from 93 to 94. Now, maybe he's being sarcastic, and that's the joke, or did something happen with elephants I'm not aware of?
From 93 to 94.
I'm pretty sure this is
like
a
the
joke.
first thing that pops into my head.
I was watching.
Well, the first thing that popped into my head is, does that have something to do with Alabama?
I don't know.
I mean, that was
a history professor.
That is true. Did they trample a bunch of people, or I don't know. All right, there you go. There's your almanac. Encyclopedia, all that stuff talk. Guinness Book of World Records, also something that was updated every year.
Yep.
I remember
you had to buy a book every
year.
year.
Those are always cool to look at.
Yeah.
Those are fun to look at.
There's some crazy world records.
If you could set a world record for something, Bryce, what would you attempt to do?
Yikes.
I would like to do like most hours watching live sports.
There we go.
Because like every Sunday, I go from 1 until after like midnight, basically.
Oh, wow.
So like, I feel like I could do it for...
Do you think there's a record of that? What's that consist of? You can't use the bathroom. You need like a bedside table potty.
Yes.
Well, I couldn't leave to go to the bathroom, or I couldn't use the bathroom.
You couldn't leave to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Well, I'll just have to go right there on the tarp or whatever.
Sit in the... I said sit.
You didn't.
No,
you might have meant to.
Sit in the same seat.
Do it again.
You're making me earn my paycheck today, Bryce.
Can you do it again? Oh my gosh.
in the same seat. You just can't get up.
All right.
So you're gonna have a little pee pad in the living room.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a little pee pad.
Not in the seat.
Oh, in the seat.
You
oh
can't
my God.
leave the seat.
No, you just.
Cliff's gonna be potty training.
But I can go.
Yeah, forward. But what if it's
just use the water bottle?
What if it's number 2?
Oh well,
Okay,
you just gonna have to hold that.
Yeah.
Well, just put.
I just
put
want to eat
pot.
a lot. I can go a day without doing that.
You think it's a day of the world record?
I don't know. That's a good question. If we're talking, if that person could do it, then I could do it.
Right.
Maybe.
I think
You might want to hit that Google box to see if that world record actually exists.
And I'd be like, was that a?
I
hope that was gas. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Never know.
You just have to sit there.
All right. Well, what would be your record you'd go for, Bryce?
Man, maybe I could do like longest sit in a deer stand. Maybe. God, I'd go crazy.
I was trying to think of like outdoorsy things that would be world records.
Yeah. Farthest shot. That's hard.
Oh yeah. You got marksmen out there.
Of course, biggest deer. That's a whole different thing there. 'Cause that's Mother Nature. You can't control Mother Nature. So, it'd be cool to go on the adventure to have a world record, say whitetail. That would be awesome to try and do that. But then again, it's Mother Nature. But I guess if you could just hunt continuously.
Like longest, I wonder what the longest fishing expedition is.
Oh, yeah.
But like amateur, like not like like those crab boats or anything, but like just you on a certain size boat.
Yeah.
Out there for like a week.
You can't leave, Well, you can't leave the boat.
Yeah. Before we're about out of time. I did mention this before we got on. You could go for biggest marlin, Tony says.
That would be quite an adventure. Like I said, that's Mother Nature. It would be great, but God, you're continuing with Mother Nature there. Fate.
You talked about Luke Fickell leaving Cincinnati for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, he's at Wisconsin. He's been introduced. He's there. And you were like, what about the bowl game? What about his team? So, like, what's your take on?
It's like, well, I've been torn. I understand, Coach Fickell's point of view. That he wants to, I guess, get a step up in a job, coach for a bigger school, bigger conference. I'm sure pay. And they need you now. I guess I don't blame them. But then you're always like, oh, they spout off team. And you're like, and then you're going to leave before the end of the season. So it's like, there's just no. Is it loyalty? I don't know. Is it a loyalty issue or hypocrisy? I don't know.
If you blame like players for leaving but not coaches, I feel like that's hypocritical.
Right.
But if I guess I'm too cynical. I just don't feel like there's any loyalty. Everybody's looking out for themselves.
Oh, for sure, especially in sport. I guess for pretty much life. A lot of stuff. Yeah. Sports, most definitely.
When it's convenient, you're absolutely loyal,
right?
Because he does probably love those guys,
right?
And he does love that team.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's got a new team to love,
right?
And a bigger house.
Yeah, that's what they say. Don't. I guess you got to do it while you're in it, but to preach the whole team unity, and then you bail right at the last game of the season. You're like, wait a second.
Well, and they're out of the championship race, so he figures, all right.
Well, thanks for nothing, guys. Maybe.
Yeah, and you got players doing the same thing too that are going to leave and go elsewhere. And again, they are going to buy into their team, but it's for like 1 year, basically. Mm-hmm. You got 1 year now of loyalty.
That was crazy.
Yeah, true. So when Riley left, was that after the season had completed?
Yeah, the season was done.
Yeah, and of course, Ruff was fired after y'all's season was over.
Yeah.
So you never really experienced like a head coach or assistant.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. All right. Do we have another break?
We do.
Let's take it real quick. We'll come back. We'll see if Bryce is. We don't have a prediction to do, so we'll see if Bryce has caught a fish or shot a deer in the last week when we return after this.
Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood, our special guest today. Jeff, the holiday travel season is here. Folks are going to be traveling. How can you help them out in the service department?
With the winter months coming, customers are putting on new tires, getting alignments, making sure we check their brakes. We also have an increase in parts inventory, so that's speeding up the process for the customer. And don't forget, we have free pickup and drop-off. To make an appointment, you can visit our website at brownandwood.net or give us a call at 252-355-6080. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
So, how does short points work?
Well, like Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, like Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Ryan Jones, and you listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quick look at your stock market. The Dow was up 3 points at 33,852. NASDAQ was down 65 and finished at 10,983. S&P was down 6 points at 3,957. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, give Wells Fargo a call today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to you, Clip.
Wrapping it up, Bryce, any updates outdoors before we get out of here today?
Of course, I was able to take my newly brother-in-law deer hunting, and he was able to get his first ever deer.
Oh, wow.
So he shot a big old doe out of the box stand on the new land. So it took, I had to tell you, it was to the final seconds. Spent 5 hours in the stand Thursday morning, and then another 2.5 hours in the stand on Thursday evening. And sure enough, big old doe stepped out, and he shot her. So he's got his first deer under his belt.
Is that as or even more gratifying than you getting one? Having some being there for the first, helping out somebody.
He used the same gun I got my first deer with that my dad gave me. So it was cool.
How about that?
Yeah, so it was good. He was put on a good shot. She didn't go probably about 30 yards and got all cleaned up. Now I got a pile of deer meat.
All right, Bryce. Well, when we talk to you next Tuesday, we'll know our bowl opponent. So we'll be we'll have a game to preview at least.
Right on.
So thanks for joining us. Enjoyed
Thanks for having me.
Shirley, Chandler, see you Wednesday, 3 o'clock. A lot of guests coming up tomorrow, including Chris Haymeyer, voice of the Campbell Fighting Camels. We'll talk about their basketball team, who ECU plays on Friday. Corey Glore, voice of Tulane, will join us as well, along with Jeff Charles, Stephen Igo, Patrick Mason. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation.